Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
You're a really dull class.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring.
Biden crime family.
Wait, you're getting nervous, man.
How dare you?
And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
You're wrong.
Puerto Rico. I will never apologize for standing up for an LBT. I intend to resign as party leader. LGBTQ2 plus kids' rights.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
As prime minister. The level of admiration I actually have for China.
Oh, son of a...
But he called her a third-rate politician. He said there are communists involved and you guys might like that.
Good morning. Sunday morning.
Shut up, silly woman. America will never be a socialist country.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
America was founded on liberty and independence and not government coercion, domination, and control.
To collapse the liberal international order. He is the smartest man I know. You know the thing.
It's the Donald! Oh my God!
No, but it's not about, I know.
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
Called the wrap-up smear.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died. Probably by the time I finish this talk.
Please clap.
Oh wait, I didn't have a camera.
See you, clap.
Welcome. Absolute pleasure to have you all here. Boobs. We're gonna have to start off. Yeah, we're gonna start off happy with boobs because New York City. I don't even think Snake Plissken's gonna be able to escape what's coming to New York City. Oh my God! But before that, ABF, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm got a nice fillet and some gnocchi in me and some peach cobbler.
What did you just say? We got Cole Hauser on this stream. What did you just say?
Potato side.
Potatoes. Oh, that's what the little weird cheesy look. I was like some cheesy cauliflower. What is going on with that? But of course, no, cauliflower is for colonizers. So of course you wouldn't have that. You're sensitive to that sort of thing.
Yes. Also, Arizona is too hot for all those New Yorkers looking for a new place to live.
I know. Poor East Coast. Wait, Isaac, you're in that area. You're gonna get stuck with some refugees?
I am within a few hours in New York City, so I did wrap all my doorknobs in bacon this evening for protection and safety. We'll see if it works.
Yeah, I like to end on a strong note with my tabs. You're actually ending the stream, Isaac. One of your tabs. I see. We thought Isaac had been radicalized. Nope. Turns out there's still more radical left in there. Hayden, sorry for skipping over you. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay. I've been a little bit black-pilled as far as like some politics and election stuff goes. So I've not been paying attention to anything that happened today. So I'm gonna get to find out about all of it live on stream this evening. However, I also just want to say Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico are also full. So New York City expedites, like, fuck off, go somewhere else.
The good time to remind everyone how important gatekeeping is. But gatekeeping isn't just about keeping out the riffraff. It's also about getting people like Cole Hauser on the stream finally. It's been great having you in chats. Second, these guys were like, Cole Hauser's kind of base. Maybe you should get... I'm like, yes, he's invited. Double invited. Absolute pleasure to have you here, Cole Hauser. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and thank you for having me.
It's so good. My whole thing is about kicking people in the butt and getting them active. So I'm always happy to get a new voice on the stream.
Awesome. Well, I can tell you what you guys are going through. We're having major problems in my country too. So.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Don't get too black pilling. It could be worse, like Canada or the UK, guys. So.
Well, if I can just throw one thing out, one of our conservative MPs crossed the floor to the Liberals, so now they're too short away from a majority government. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be getting no snap elections if that happens. Ain't gonna be dissolving no
Gotta love it.
parliaments. So no. All right. Well, we'll be thoughts and prayers. Magnum. Yeah, but first we have to talk about communism destroying our country tonight. Magnum Norris, how you doing? Fuck commies.
Yeah, that's my exact sentiment. Yeah, I mean, I guess with some bad comes the good with the snap running out. So
Yeah, it's so weird. I can't help but think tomorrow the government is going to be open. They're going to have to call Congress back because they're currently not even there, being useless. So, wait, that's everyone, right? Oh wait, no. First, sorry, chat. Jake Martin. Remember for 12 months. Ooh, that means he's an ABF badge now. Wonderful. Tuesday.
One of us.
Heart goes out to you, Jake Martin. Oh, it's the word. Beautiful.
Oh, Hayden can do it.
I can't do it.
Beautiful.
yeah, he's just not doing that stupid head thing like he normally does with the.
Shake my head back and forth.
Do that
Shake
too.
my head back and forth.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Hayden, give us the bedroom eyes with your real life.
no, we have a clip to play instead. Actually, we're gonna get into communism taking over New York City, so we need to start a little happy.
Attract customers to your business. Make a splash at your next presentation. Keep grandma company. Protect your crops. Confuse your neighbors. African American? Hail a cab. Testify in church or just raise the roof.
Whoa. Wait. I think we're censoring Isaac. He was about to interrupt about the steak thing.
Well done or not at all, Boosh. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. So, facts and facts.
There was some blood coming out of it, Isaac.
Have you heard of beef jerky, Isaac? You should check it out.
He calls that steak, Erwin.
That's steak.
He's
What
on
are you
that
talking about?
Asmongold diet.
Oh my god! That
Listen,
actually
I'm
literally.
not that. Listen, I might be Tylenol affected. I'm not that bad. Okay.
ABF, after your stream, after I found out how Asmongold ate, I went to the gas station and bought peanut M&Ms and Andy Cap's hot fries. And I got hot fries again tonight just before this. They're already been murdered.
I like the regular ones.
I'm gonna
like
send you
hot
a video later, Erwin. It'll get you to behave.
Okay.
It'll shame you.
Oh, good. Yes, I need to be shamed because the fact that I had to get these again says there's probably something in here.
Fries are so fucking good. I had to stop eating them like 10 years ago, and I've been missing them ever since.
I am not sure I ate in a single one of these with my finger. It all was eaten like that.
Oh yeah, you just pour. You just
Also, the Halloween
pour
candy's
pour
been
it
on
down the
sale
gullet.
the last couple days.
Oh
Halloween
god,
candy.
yeah.
Like 98% MSG.
Reese's peanut butter cups on sale. I need to go for some walks pretty soon. So
I've been on 4. It's still not enough. Turns out.
That's why whenever I'm home, my girlfriend does the shopping. I don't go to the store because if I see that the candy is on sale, I might end up with a cart full of candy. So I've just got a couple of days that I've just got to stay out of the store and everything will be fine.
Yeah, the way I keep myself from eating a fistful of Nutella every day is to just not buy Nutella.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I eat it by the fistful. All right, so we have all of the tabs. Let's get into it. Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, pretty decent guy, just outrageously revealed Chuck Schumer held a backroom meeting, no kings, I'm told, and demanded Democrat senators wait until after tonight's election to reopen the government because they were afraid their base wouldn't show up today in Virginia, New Jersey, New York City. I can't help but believe this. ABF, does this sound likely to you?
Well, I don't know. Just like breaking it down, like, do you think that if the government was open, that people would have like not paid attention to politics as much and not gone out to vote on their side? Do you? I don't know. I can't believe that it would rile people up.
So it's not that if the government was open, people would be paying attention. It's that the fact that they've been able to pin this on Republicans for over a month and say, look, because of the Republicans, your SNAP benefits all stopped on Saturday. And that's because of the Republicans. That would get people out to vote.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Cole Hauser. I think that's what's going on. What about you?
Well, no, I totally agree because what's in the Democratic playbook? Blame Republicans as much as you can. get sympathy on your side, and then just wait it out until the election. And then, because the more you push, the more you're going to get those sympathetic people in the middle, especially the independents who are going to vote on the Democratic side.
Well, and for the intro for this stream, we actually have that moment where Nancy Pelosi says it's called the wrap-up smear. And now that's actually like going into media stuff. But what it is the wrap-up smear is where they create their own narrative, cite each other, cite themselves and other people as multiple sources, using the same thing to say, look, everybody's saying this is true, and then to blame it on the person that they want to take the fall. And that's essentially what they have tried to do with the Republicans in this election cycle. And that unfortunately seems to be what we're seeing.
It's right out of the old playbook. Accuse your enemy of what you're guilty of. That's their playbook. That's what they do. And she admitted it in that clip you're referencing for sure. Yep. So
I was just going to say, and remember, the Dems control the majority of the media, so they got that on their side.
Yeah, it's the dumbest gaslighting campaign ever.
It is, but the problem is it works.
I know,
problem
but
is
what's crazy is
better
that
than it should have.
They're not blaming Republicans on the media sites. You know, Chuck Schumer is when he's on the floor, but they're blaming Trump. They're actually making normal people think that Trump somehow has something to do with these votes.
Trump has somehow shut down Congress, and we're still constitutional republic.
He's a king, remember? He's a king. He tells Congress what to do, remember?
You know what? That may be why they came up with the No King's Day bullshit, was because then they can say, look, government shut down. We did the No King's thing for his birthday the first time. Now we're doing it because the king shut down the
Schumer literally called it Trump's shutdown. And I was just like, wow, anyone who buys that
Schumer shut down.
Should not be allowed to
rolls off the tongue a lot better. Yeah, Cole.
And remember, Republicans, Johnson and Thune, how much did they sit in the back room, not say a whole lot?
They did no cutting. We had this opportunity to do a bunch of stuff, and they did none of it. We could have nuclear optioned so many things, and they did absolutely none of it.
Because the establishment on their side, they don't like Trump at all. So that's the other thing.
Washington, D.C. does not.
The Uniparty still actually has control of Congress. So it is what it is.
All right, and then we got lots of tabs, so we're gonna keep on rolling. Independent cure for a $5. Christmas every day. Government shutdown. Never noticed. Every few days, I go, oh yeah, the government shut down. I didn't notice at all. Have you guys had any of those moments?
I completely forgot that it was shut down until it gets brought up to me, and I'm like,
exactly. No, because we have jobs in the private industry.
I do keep thinking about it, to be honest, because I'm going on a trip to Egypt in a couple weeks, and if it's still shut down, I'm wondering what that's going to do to it.
It'll be difficult to enter the country. That's
TSA employees are pissed off right now.
They're so pissed.
I just fly to Dallas and back, and it was not fun.
I think Duffy was saying we got 2 weeks, and they're gonna miss the next paycheck, and they can miss one paycheck, they can't miss two paychecks.
They're down to only 10% of their air traffic controllers, right?
And
down to 1%.
At that point, I think Democrats might start to get blamed, which is why I bet they do reopen it here shortly. But at this point, now the Republicans are going to be like, oh, no more clean CR bill. Sorry, we're adding all the stuff we want now. Fuck you. We're not opening this. You give us what you want. And since you just held us fucking hostage.
I hope
they need to do that. They need to do that. Republicans need to.
At this point, I hope that the Republicans change sides on it and they go, no, you know what? We're adding a bunch of shit in that we want. Fuck you. It's going to stay closed because we do still hold the majority on the Republican side, can still keep it closed. It's that it was a very slim majority, and that's why if a couple voted against it, they could shut it down. I hope all the Republicans just flip the script this time and go, nope, not if you don't give us what we want.
I want no snap for 2 months at least.
They should pull the art of the deal and make it too big to where then they have to compromise somewhere in the middle where we still win.
You know who made a great difference, and I wish he was still there, was Matt Gaetz.
Yep.
Amen to that.
Gaetz,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wish he was Attorney General right now. Personally.
Not only did we not get him as Attorney General, he lost his darn seat.
He didn't lose his seat.
Yeah, he gave it up.
He gave it up to
He
run
should've
for
stayed.
AG.
Yeah, and now he's a talking head. But then he's still, as much as I would have much preferred that, he's all behind Todd Blanche, and he's part of the Florida Republican Club a bit as well too. So we'd have probably a really similar problem still with Matt Gaetz. But I think he is arguably better, and there is obviously a reason why he didn't get the
Yes,
to
there
even
is.
go. He didn't even go up there. Oh well, yeah, he has been. His shackles have been taken off of him recently, and he's
a free man.
He's gone full Tucker at the moment. Cole, what were you saying?
You know, I was just gonna say, if Mike Johnson had any cojones, he would have stuck. He would have said to Brian McDonald's, "You take the lead on this. Go out there and just kick the crap out of them." You know, and I think he would have been a more effective voice in Congress than Johnson would be.
Yeah, it's all politics.
Yeah,
I got my problems with Byron because since I was told I can't like watch a bunch of people, I've been watching like Nick Fuentes and Andrew Tate and whatnot, and I didn't realize that DeSantis and Byron Donalds had both threatened Andrew Tate when he like went to Florida like 7-8 months ago.
Oh, really? I didn't know
That's
that either.
the most fucking embarrassing thing I've ever heard.
Byron was one of the people that got on that
Because
and was like, "No, if Andrew Tate lands in Florida, we're going to arrest him." He
I
got
knew
in the
about
same boat.
I knew about DeSantis. I didn't know that about Byron. Though.
Yeah, Byron was in the same boat as DeSantis.
That's just pettiness at that point. That's all.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
But as we'll be discussing later, it's because of a certain demographic with some very effective lobbying is why all that's happening. And more on that later. First, some interesting election irregularities. Let's look into these. In 3 red districts in Cumberland County, New Jersey, the machines are down. That's not good. Independent voters were not included in the poll books. Now, every independent in Chester County has to vote a provisional ballot. Spoiler alert, they throw away your provisional ballots.
Yep.
This is all for Chester County, blah, blah, blah. Get legal. Bomb threats are being called into multiple New Jersey polling places now. A direct attack on Election Day voting, which everyone knows is Republican heavy.
Can I just say CNN is already blaming that on Donald Trump, the bomb threats in New Jersey.
Yeah, I saw that.
I believe Mom Donnie himself even did it.
Yep,
all right, and then
he did.
before we get to that third world retard, let me actually go and finish this. Blessings come in so many ways. Yeah, there are silver linings to everything being destroyed as it helps people finally wake up. And then the people who already woken, it gets them off of their butts and gets them active, which is what we need more than anything. Guys, we have an overabundance of keyboard warriors. We need more actual activists. Shout out Independent Cure. Drops another 2. Grab the popcorn. Enjoy the Schadenfreude. Yes, and as much as I want to say New York City, you get what you voted for. I don't know how many of them actually voted for this. And also, New York City, this isn't like a Minneapolis getting taken over by crazy foreigners. This is New York City. Used to be like the #1 city in the world.
It was our capital city for the longest time, and it is in terms of population and business.
I'm sure we'll get. We'll get more of a breakdown in the next couple of days, but
you can see the fucking Sanskrit right there, and it's just
squiggles.
That happening. You know what? Let New York City burn because maybe it'll save the rest of the country.
Oh, for sure.
That looks like an ad for car insurance in Syria or something, like out of a garbage little business, not for mayor of New York.
No, I believe this is what you're thinking of. This is for the insurance.
This is from Captain Phillips. That's what that's from.
Look at me. I am the matter now.
His head isn't shaped right. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's not the right shape.
It's not. It's not.
Have you heard
you
of
ever seen Indiana? You ever seen Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Incest is not great. You know?
Yes. Inbreeding bad. All right, now.
You know, it's funny here because here in Toronto, we're having our mayor's election next year, and a lot of people are talking about New York, and they're watching how that goes and how they're gonna adjust here.
It's gonna help, I think, with the midterms for sure.
Yeah,
it's
gonna go really bad in New York. So.
Trump is already pointing his finger at New York, like before it even gets bet. Like
he's
already
already
be...
threatening to take their money away. Yes, that's my point, guys. Watch Smalley in New York. I'm literally one of the reasons I had to go from doing Bang.video politics videos, doing culture wars, because I had some controversial opinions, like how I wanted Joe Biden to win 2020 so we could go through some pain, and Trump failed us really bad during lockdowns, and people didn't like that. And then Trump won in 2024, and they all went, "Oh, that's really good. We went through all these hard times, so that way Trump will be like based again." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Try saying that 4 years ago. People weren't very receptive to that idea. People are starting to come around to it. Alex Jones had Gavin McGinnis on today, and Gavin is trying to say he thinks that's bad because like South Africa shows that it will just keep getting worse. There's no point where the getting worse stops." But that's not the same. South Africa's not the same as America.
Two different countries.
No.
Yeah. And
two totally different people by far.
I think it's going to be a good thing ultimately here. We need to, because the Democrats managed to hide that they're a bunch of commies, and it's going to be so out in the open and so in your face. And the Mamdani clips are just going to be left and right. Mamdani in 2020, each according to their need, each according to their ability. He asked New Yorkers at a rally to raise their hands if they've ever been called a terrorist. Have you ever been called a terrorist? Let's see how many people raised their hands. About half the crowd or so, maybe a third of the crowd raises their hands.
I just want to say, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that because of some of my beliefs, at one point we did have the United States government implying that I was also a terrorist.
I would just like to say that the people in that clip are actually rightfully raising their hand, because I called them all terrorists at one point. So it's actually true that they're raising their hand. So
yes,
the response is accurate.
Yeah, so
Like
it's
I
funny.
said-
Half of them probably are thinking, "See, ask me, are you a terrorist or have you been called one?"
Yeah.
But and it's funny too, because if you look at like some of the blacks in New York, they're going to be at the short end of the stick on all this, because they're the ones who are going to get, well, sorry, you don't speak our language, you don't speak,
Yes.
you know.
They're going to be called the racist and the bigots and the xenophobes. Yes,
exactly.
Turns out black people are the most racist, most transphobic, most homophobic, most anti-Semitic, all of the coolest things ever. I'm so jealous. I hope to someday be as racist as black people, genuinely.
I love it.
Maybe we'll talk off stream.
Yes, let's save the gamer words for then. Yeah, we'll be talking about the sassy black woman raising a stank about the transgender in the locker room.
Sassy black lesbian, to be clear.
Lesbian?
She's a lesbian. Yeah, she's a lesbian. Just to be clear.
I could have told
I
you that.
wanted to call her a lesbian, but I was to be mean, but it was also because it seemed
No.
true.
She has a video where she's talking in the car that she goes, "I'm a lesbian, but I don't care about your sexuality." Like she goes down the whole thing. Yeah, I think it's this video.
Yes.
Yep.
More on that later.
No, you said later. We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
Yes. Legal immigrant from Kenya who has an entire family back in Kenya says she voted for Spanberger today because she's very upset about President Trump's immigration policies. Stephen Miller, understand what our immigration system has done to us. Correct. And we will be a minority very shortly. And once white people are a minority in America,
for the immigration system,
all of humanity is doomed. Okay, Hayden, I normally disagree with you when it comes to nuking everything to solve your problems. You're starting to make some good points, though.
I'm just saying, if we shut down all immigration for 3 years and then slowly started to implement it again very carefully, we might avoid a lot of the problems we have right now.
I think more like 3 centuries. I'd be willing to compromise on that.
All right, listen. Okay, we're hang on. It's 3 centuries. I don't know. I like when my Canadian brethren, like Cole Hauser, can actually come into the U.S. and hang out with us for a while.
We'll make exceptions.
Okay, all right. See,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, it's like what Trump's been doing with refugees. It's Europeans, Westerners, Christians. If you're not white or in the West, good news, just be a Christian. Problem solved.
Can we at least agree that you can't come here and get benefits? You know what I mean? Like you actually have to work. Like,
yeah. They should never ever get benefits. My idea for SNAP is kick everyone off of it and make them re-sign up.
That would get rid of a lot of fraud.
I mean,
but
at
we
the
can't
very
even
least,
do that with our
yeah.
voter rolls. So good luck doing it with
We're-
Snap.
They were doing it a bit. They managed to do some possible borrowing today, but they are finally getting some voter rules cleaned up. That's why my state manages to be so Republican, is because we actually cleaned the voter rolls.
Didn't Bill Clinton do something like that in the 90s? Like, you had to be actively seeking employment to apply for
welfare to work, and Michael Moore was complaining about it in his movies and stuff. But yeah, so like, I mean, if they just took SNAP away, because like they keep saying, well, we gotta import people because Americans won't do these jobs. It's like, yeah, it's because you give them SNAP, take them off of SNAP, then they need to get a job. So,
when they say we don't have enough, we need replacement migration, it's like, white people would have a lot more kids if our money wasn't being stolen to give to black and brown people to have kids in houses.
If I didn't
right?
pay almost 50% in taxes, I would have already had a gaggle of children.
Correct. That would solve all of the problems. Just don't give net negatives benefits. Don't let them vote. Problem solved.
You know why my grandparents' generation had so many kids? Because they bought a house for $20,000 back in the day, and I know the dollar was valued differently and stuff, but still, when that same house is $500,000 now, Gen Zers are like, well, maybe I'll have kids when I'm 40.
Starter homes don't exist anymore.
Yes. Isaac, have you tried pulling yourself up by your bootstrap? This is the next governor of Virginia. Thoughts?
I'm done.
I can't say what I want to say because it requires an action with that bag.
After the stream, Cole Hauser goes first, and then you can go second on all the gamer words and things you need to say.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Winston Sears is like poses with guns and is a badass. So are we saying, Cole?
Well, that was the problem in Virginia. There was a lot of infighting within the GOP there, and that's why things went downhill, because they couldn't get their act together.
Which is
for everyone.
Which is exactly why they killed Charlie Kirk, because he was the one most effective at bringing everyone together and getting people up off their butts and being activists. God,
Republican ineptitude is a massive.
Isn't Winston Sears a immigrant herself also?
Yes.
She's from Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she is, and she's like, she said that she's seen communism before and doesn't like it, and that's why she was running for office, and that's why she's incredibly based. And I bet they threw a lot of money against her because they didn't want that sentiment out there, to fight with politically.
Yeah. It's like Larry Elder, like they could not let him become the governor of California. They really hate black people when they're conservative.
Yeah.
Maybe they also hate that she's encouraging people to be armed as well. They hate that sentiment very much.
So. Oh, I was going to say, Larry Elder is a whole different person because he knows every statistic ever in his brain. Good luck fighting him.
Winning a debate against him is problematic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing is they don't hold up to scrutiny, such as their text messages about how they want their political opponents to die in front of their children, so that way their children can learn not to be MAGA. This is the Attorney General of Virginia, guys. The Democrats want to kill us. They want us to die.
Yes, they absolutely do.
And they want to celebrate our deaths.
They say it all the time. We just need to believe them. Stop giving them the benefit of the doubt that they don't want you dead.
But it's one thing to say it though. To literally vote for it, that's the seal of approval. Yep. We need to ban the Democrat Party before the Civil War because they're getting banned. Before or after, please God, let's do it before so we don't have to have a civil war.
Did you see Jay Jones attempt to kick a dog this morning?
Yes.
Did you see that?
What the literal fucking villain behavior. Yes. Insane. And the harsh reality, and this was in Wokeness in April, the harsh reality is that without Trump on the ballot, the GOP is toast. Our coalition doesn't show up to vote. This was vindicated by tonight's results. Correct. 2026 will be worse if we don't course correct. I've been doing my best to warn about those midterms. People I think are a bit more overconfident, and I swear to God, if I hear a single person say red wave, I'm mass reporting them and getting their accounts banned. Mark Mitchell, Rasmussen Reports. Interesting follow if somehow you're not following him.
I followed him because of you, actually. He's based as hell.
As
he understands.
And he's not Republican. He just wants the voters to get what they want.
He's intellectually honest, I've noticed as well. He talks about Gen Z and engaging with Gen Z right-wingers and stuff,
and,
you know?
And the fourth turning he's always going on about as well.
Yes.
And most importantly, accurate polls, because you're not getting that anywhere else. But
when I talk about standards, principles, integrity, he is an excellent example. Yeah, Trump did well, but the Republican Party has no chance without him. One of the reasons I've been trying to warn people about the midterm so much is because the polling, not that great. Joe Rossi, officially black-pilled. This is why we can't let women have any sort of power. They're too emotional. Sorry. I saw Puerto Rican pistolero the other day refer to Nick Fuentes and his ilk. So just remember, a lot of people seem like they're on our side and they have the same standards and principles as us. The problem, though, is they're lacking the integrity to stick to them. And this sort of thing really helps separate the wheat from the chaff.
When you say ilk, do you mean like a Hillary-style basket of deplorables, lumping a bunch of people into one category, kind of like dehumanizing them a little bit? You know?
Puerto Rican pistolero, Mr. Second Amendment, loves those Jews who hate his Second Amendment. Really fucking weird. Maybe pull your head out your ass. All right. Let's see. Now, here, ABF, I'm going to throw something in private chat for you, and then I think we got a super or something in here. Let's see. Independence going crazy. Yeah, midterms, meltdowns will be glorious. On what side? I'm telling you, everyone's going to say red wave, and then they're going to go super black pill, and they're going to say, we need to form a third party. The Republican Party is dead. But I will say the biggest problem with the Republican Party, the never-Trumpers, the NeoCons, the moderates,
the establishment,
they're all the same. They're all the same people, the neocons, and we're currently working on kicking them out. I don't call myself a Republican. That's so fucking cringe. We kick out the neocons. I might call myself a Republican.
This is why I've been saying for years, it's not Republicans versus Democrats. It's establishment versus anti-establishment. Exactly. And I am very anti-establishment.
Yeah. Courier for another 2. U.S. always throttle immigration. This was sabotage. Yes. And they talk about like us being this diverse melting pot. We were a diverse melting pot of white people from Europe who were all Christian.
Yeah.
That's not what we have. Not after what the Immigration Act of 65 and then Reagan's amnesty and all that shit.
Look into the... sorry.
Go ahead, Isaac.
Just the origin of the word melting pot, that term. That's has a very interesting history behind it, and it's un-American. It's very un-American. That's not what the founders intended. It's and also the concept of a melting pot isn't you blend into what you're going into. You don't change the pot.
Yeah.
You have to conform to the contents of the pot. You have to assimilate.
Yeah, and part of it is our problem. Like we're not enforcing our own society on people that come here is part of the problem. Like you must learn to speak English, or you know what I mean. That's what I say, but I don't know.
Thanks, B-Man. ABF, you got something?
No, I already forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry. I tried to get back to you.
No,
those retard ways are strong, dude. All right, so this black lesbian had a man come into the locker room while she was undressing and went, sir, thinking a man had actually walked in or something or she was in the wrong place or something. And then the man started freaking out on her saying, it's ma'am, essentially. And this was her incredibly appropriate reaction to that. Roll clip.
I turned it down by half because it was kind of loud. So
okay. The black lesbian was loud.
Grown men with big dicks in a women's locker room, and that's why I'm getting kicked out. Yes. And I want to make sure the girls know.
Fuck you. You're cool.
Everybody saw that man in the fucking locker room. No one's saying shit. I'm fucking done with it.
Yes!
Fucking stupid. It's dangerous.
Yes.
Me naked in front of a man.
That's a proper use of the Shaniqua rage right there. I love it. It's awesome.
I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room. And that goes
Yes. I would like to formally welcome that woman to our side of the argument of what the other people are saying is fucking retarded.
Yes.
Well, if she's not red pilled, she will be soon after all the hate coming her way from the left.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And where did this take place?
California.
Gold's Gym. At a Gold's Gym.
In
Cali.
California, though.
Yeah.
Gold's Gym in California. Yeah. I don't know exactly what part of California, but it was in California where they have laws that say that Gold's Gym basically can do nothing about the fact that a man went into the locker room.
Their hands are probably tied to where they have to let that person go in the room.
Oh yeah, they'll be sued into oblivion.
But we have the same laws in my state, and I can personally guarantee the churches will not ever be complying with those laws ever, especially since family members use bathrooms and stuff. You know?
I mean, human rights lawyers are the worst scum on earth nowadays.
Well, and that's a lot of the problem in California. And I would be willing to bet money that in the previous election cycle, this woman did not vote Republican. I think she voted for the policies that she is now having enacted on her, just based off of the fact of we know voter demographics. She is a black lesbian woman. Odds are she voted for the exact people.
It's 85% likelihood, pretty much.
98%. But yes.
Yeah,
An opinion cure for 2. Yeah, there's a reason I have a moratorium on black women. It's for their own good. An opinion cure for 2. That meltdown will start change one at a time. So many people, there's no way to fix the brainwashing until they get punched in the face by reality. And sadly, a bunch of them are going to have to
We're a penis in the locker room.
Yeah, literally. Yo, Pops! Sneaking in, slipping a $2 bill in the G-string. It's all so tiring. Long time no see. That's what I was thinking. Yo, Pops, for real, man. It's good to see you, homie.
Well, I still
appreciate you.
I can't help but think though that woman would still vote for like Kamala Harris tomorrow.
Exactly. And that's the problem is that they don't have the like all of these people that are on that side, they don't have that like
the cause and effect and the connecting the dots of, oh, this is what's causing
I voted for this. This is now what's happening. Yeah, they just
like,
don't make that connection.
They have no like object
that's
permanence.
That's how blacks are on the left. You know,
I'm muting Isaac right now. Yes, what were you saying, Cole?
No, because that's how blacks are on the left. Black is good, white is bad. That's how they look at it. So no matter what they do, they will always go back to, well, you know what? Trump was wrong, was bad to me. So they will always go back to their side.
It's tribalism, right? Like it's pure tribalism.
And no, it's Jewish people and black people are, I would argue, the most tribal, and white people are the only ones who are not tribal, and we're the only ones who listen to women. And those two things have destroyed.
Exactly right, Hayden. Yes.
Do you remember a couple weeks ago, I talked about how like people on the left for some reason just can't think a few steps ahead.
Correct.
I think that's going to happen to where she just isn't going to. She doesn't realize.
And then
she probably went out today and voted Democrat because she was mad about the transgender man that was in the bathroom over the weekend that she was in. Like, and she probably went, I'm going to vote to change this, and just voted for the Democrats in California.
It's the patriarchy.
It's the problem with hyphenated Americans as well. You're always going to default to that first part of the hyphenation. Fuck you, get rid of it, just be an American. You're just an American. All right, you can hang out in our tent. You're a hyphenated American. Sorry, I don't care how base you are. You can be on the outside. We got cornhole out there, food and beverages. You're not in the tent if you're a hyphenated American, though. I'm sorry.
Well, there may be even some people out there cooking some barbecue, and you're willing, you're able to partake on that, but you're not allowed in the club.
Sorry.
Like I look at myself, like being when I was in the Canadian government, and because I was with the Conservatives, the Liberals would look at me as the bad one, because I was on the conservative side.
They hate black conservatives more than
anything
on the planet.
They might hate black conservatives more than they hate white.
Oh, they hated me like there was no tomorrow.
They think that you're voting against your own interests, and then they didn't realize that you actually have a job and you like to earn your own money. Like,
but it's funny because it's funny because there'll be this white Karen to tell me about black plight. I was like, excuse me.
Every time. It's the white Karens every time.
And we notice that's the defining factor here is women. Not to say that there aren't great ones, but, like Erwin was saying, I've studied a lot of early American history. And that's why women couldn't vote. It's because during the hard winters and rationing and stuff like that, the women will, for comfort's sake of the children and everything, and they will burn through all supplies and go on their emotions and everything, and then you're going to be dead at the end of the winter because they can't see long term. It's the here and now.
It's a lot of factors.
A couple of times in American history, whenever women had more of a say, and then eventually they
to
were
be
told
fair,
to shut up.
some of it's go along to get along, because if they don't, then we're not always very nice to them. So we kind of partly did it to them as well a bit. But then white men were the only ones stupid enough to say, yeah, let's go ahead and let you vote and put you as equals to us. What could go wrong? Negative birth rate.
I ultimately do blame men for allowing that to happen.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
As always, feel free to blame all the various groups, demographics you want, as long as you also blame yourself above everyone else.
Look at all the hate. Look at all the hate Nicki Minaj took the other day for supporting Trump.
Yes.
So
that is often what radicalizes people too. Well, that was Nick Fuentes. He steps out of line a little bit. He's just like, well, I'm America first. I'm gonna. I don't like what we're doing with Israel. And then they tried to destroy him. And then everyone's like, well, why is he always going on about the Jews? Because they tried to ruin his life. You would be doing.
And then they talk about neutralizing him and people he associates with, and
yeah,
it's pretty bad stuff.
I am by no means a fan of Nick Fuentes. I actually really don't like a lot of the things he says, but it's because I think he's also a stupid kid. However, the only reason he has the platform that he has now is because Ben Shapiro went after him. It built up his platform, and he continued to go, why is Ben Shapiro coming after me? And it turned into a whole thing.
Barbara Streisand hard. ABF.
I will just say Nick is incredibly intelligent. From outside of the clips, he is very defined by his clips. When you listen to long format like the Tucker Carlson interview, I highly recommend it.
We got a whole huge segment on it. All right. ABF. This one's super long, so we'll just go a little bit. Feel free to pause it if need be.
Okay.
Now, this is her, I believe, this follow-up video. This is her, I think, like in the car after she just had the meltdown.
I just had the worst experience ever at the gym, at Gold's Gym, and I think this is probably happening at gyms across America, where like trans women are going into the women's locker room and not really caring about how women feel about it. And it's really hurtful, yo. Like, how you gonna say you want to be a woman or that you are a woman, but you don't give a fuck how women feel? Today I was naked in the locker room. I turned around and there's a man there in boy clothes, lip gloss, standing there looking at me. I'm butt naked. So the first thing I think is maybe there's a worker in here. Maybe I missed the sign. I say the word sir to say, sir, what are you doing in here?
Go and pause it. Skip it ahead a bit too. So yeah, this is her just describing what happened, and she handled all this perfect. She made a big scene, and then she calmed down a bit, made a video, and then she's actually got some more too. She followed up with. All right, roll it from here.
Walking in and they're seeing the commotion, and they actually chime in and say, yo, I don't know why he's in here. He's not supposed to be in here. And then I talk to the people that work at Gold's Gym, and they don't really have anything to do. They just like, oh, we can file a report about it, incident report. What the fuck is going on? Like, listen, how can you say you're a woman? Or
what, when you got the black lesbians going, what the fuck is going on? I've been in this industry for a minute. I've never seen the Overton window move as fast as it's currently moving. Holy crap. Get a nice firm grip and hold on. We are going for a ride. ABF. All right, when ABF, well, okay, and then she came, but then I think she started getting canceled, and then she did a whole nother one too, and she's, oh, I don't have it up, but yeah, she is just doubling, tripling down. She's going for it. She's not bending the knee. And
good. I was going to ask, is she going to pull a U-turn like Snoop Dogg?
I wouldn't be surprised if she does end up doing that at some point to some degree. But right now, she is still very hard at it. This is the thing that a lot of these people don't understand is the repercussions for it. But whenever it affects them personally, then it's suddenly a hang on, what the fuck's happening? And she might end up getting enough heat that she backtracks a little bit. But right now, she's still so personally affected by it that she has the same stance on it that we have.
You know how I see her as J.K. Rowling. Essentially, she's the black J.K. Rowling at this point, and probably disagree with her on 98% of things, but doesn't mean I'm not going to agree with her on this. That's not going to cancel that out. I agree with her on this. That's fine.
This did not seem like promotional behavior. This is not how one acts unnaturally. Sorry.
If you watch those videos, she is pissed, and she is still pissed about this.
Yeah, we got another one. Cole, what were you saying?
Yeah, so I was just going to say, if she's true to her cause, then she should say, President Trump, help me.
Oh, Hypno Raid? Yep. Let's go. What up, Bigot Army? Bigot Army?
I fully agree, Cole. Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. All right. So, Bigot Army, have you seen the black lesbian woman who was at a Gold's Gym and a little Twinkie man walked in? She said, "Sir, what are you doing in here?" And then he went, "It's me."
Oh, no. To be clear, this was not a little Twinkie man. This is a guy. He's about, I want to say 6'3", and he is a bodybuilder. The guy on his Instagram.
He's 6'3"?
He's 6'3" or 6'4". Like, he's a tall dude. He's like a bodybuilder. Like, he's a very muscular, looks like a very manly man, and that's why he said that's why she said he was wearing boy clothes and lip gloss. Because this dude just looks like a man straight up. If you look at some of this guy's
stuff. He's a man in a tank top and lip gloss. Yeah, he's just a straight up dude. Yeah,
but he's a dude. He's a tall dude. He's a muscular built dude that
he's
clearly
has
been going to the gym for a long time.
Like that. Stop trying to excite Isaac. All right.
No, he's a freak that wanted to spy on naked women in the changing room because he's being a creep.
He's also been arrested previously for drug trafficking and did 3 years in prison for drug trafficking.
I don't want to know how he trafficked those drugs, Hayden. Was it in a balloon?
All right, enough. All right, and then this is we got the next video, but this was a reply notice, which was quite good. I honestly welcome the anger. Women have been too measured in their responses to make sure we seem empathetic, level-headed, and articulate. That phase is over. Rise up. You got the black lesbians, you got the suburban housewives ready for revolution. I've never seen it before. I love it. All right, ABF, we will go ahead and now see. This is normally the video where she should be bending the knee. This is when she announces she's going to go visit Jerusalem. But I don't think she does. ABF, roll a clip.
Now, I'm not telling anybody to be Republican or Democrat or anything, because I'm neither. I'm just a woman who's standing up for women's rights. And I don't give a fuck what you are. If you're a Republican, a Democrat, I don't care if you support Trump or Kamala. I don't give a fuck. All I need is people to come together for one thing. It's to help women, to save women. Women! Women! Not fucking men with dicks and dresses. Women! Okay? Now, what do I think about trans? I don't fucking think about trans! I don't give a shit
I don't even think about you.
Yes. I don't give two fucks.
For me, it was a Tuesday.
Or that, or what the fuck ever, bro. But you know what? Do that shit outside the locker fucking room. You fucking men, do it out of the locker room.
Yes.
It doesn't fucking matter if you a woman in your fucking head. In fucking reality, you look like a fucking man to me. And to every other woman.
Look like a man. We don't care. Yes.
Can you imagine her debating that chick Porter in California for governor?
Yes. That'd be glorious.
This girl sounds like me when I'm laying in bed reading the news in the morning. Oh, I feel so bad for my neighbors. God.
Well, that's the thing. She sounds like all of us whenever we look at some of these issues, right? But she didn't sound like this a month ago. She only sounded like it after it personally affected her. And that's where the disconnect is with these people a lot of the time, is she's got the left going after her now, even though she agrees with them probably on most things, because she had something that actually affected her, and she's had that shock back to reality. They don't often have that because they live in some insulated environment where they're in a bubble, in an echo chamber. But as soon as it smacks them in the face, that's where you get this.
Well, that's the issue. They realize, oh, there's a problem. So you get them to finally realize there's a problem. But getting them to do the research to discover the problem and the solutions to the problems, that's a little more difficult. But that's what we're here for.
And they're also realizing this is not a one-off; it's a systemic issue in the, that side of.
Here's the thing: she knew it was a systemic issue already, and that's why it caused this pop-off to happen from her. But it didn't matter to her as much until it personally affected her.
Very
And
true.
that's the case
when it's
with
at,
a
when
lot
it's at
of-
your doorstep. When it's at your doorstep.
Not in my backyard is the phrase. ABF, what do you think about this sassy black lesbian getting hit in the face with reality?
I mean, I think that we always talk about people aren't going to change until they get punched in the face, and I think that I don't know if she's going to start going out voting conservative, but you know,
Yeah.
she might.
She's not going to be doing door knocking. That's for sure.
But I mean, I think that this one issue is important to fight back on because it's always been a retarded ass thing to push. I remember I was sitting around a campfire like 7 years ago, and there were a couple of people from California with us. And we started talking about trans, people going into men's bathrooms and stuff. And I basically dropped some statistics on them saying that it's like less than 1%. So why are we changing bathrooms for every single facility ever made, And they actually dropped the issue. But then it came around again like 10 years later. So
yeah,
it's so stupid.
And I do want to say, just for any fucking weirdos that might be in the chat, I think I can speak for everybody on the panel and say we all think that it is fucking awful that this happened to her.
Yes.
But we are saying that because it happened, that's where you realize that there is an issue. And she knows that it's an issue that wasn't a one-off with her. She knows it's a systemic issue. And that's what people need to realize.
Well, a lot of it is what changed is what we're willing to put up with. Isaac is clearly done putting up with anything if you guys follow him on Twitter. I don't disagree with him. And this is basically when you're going too far for the black lesbians, you have done pushed too far. But then
let me just say
we still have to learn our lessons. Yes.
I'm moderate in right-wing Gen Z.
I know.
I tend to consider myself to be a little more reasonable than some.
Here.
But,
Let's go
I'm also not going to be a dumbass Republican that shoots my own allies in the back.
Oh, okay.
No friendly fire. No friendly fire ever.
It's time for that. I feel like it's going to be very time consuming. So let's get into it. But first, Independent Crew dropping to 2. The Pope was humbled by Minaj, pathetic leader. Yeah, it's really sad when Nicki Minaj speaks out on Christians being genocided before the Pope. What a fucking pussy. Yeah, it doesn't look like you guys got much of a better Pope.
Facts.
Looking pretty globo homo to me, sadly. All right, now we're about to do a little history lesson. Sorry to all the bigot raiders. Appreciate you guys so much. Trotsky. Trotsky. The birth
go.
We're going to discuss the birth of the neocons. The conservatives' foremost problem.
Can
neocons.
I say it? Kosher conservatism.
What? Well, there's fancier names for it. Okay, so Leon Trotsky, he was buddies with Lenin. He was a big part of Bolshevik Revolution and all that stuff. Big old commie. Wrote on his own versions of Marxism, Trotskyism, and stuff like that. Yeah, inspired a school of Marxism known as Trotskyism. So eventually, though, with Stalin, he ended up getting exiled and all that, which then ends up creating the anti-Stalinist left. Various left-wing political movements that oppose Stalin and all that stuff. And such as Leon Trotsky and the party's left opposition. So basically it was the right-wing version of communism, of the communist essentially. And then those fuckers ended up coming together to create neoconservatism, because essentially then instead of doing the more anti-Stalin thing, they became a bunch of warmongers. And then then they teamed up with the Zionists, which is a Jewish and British creation, to give us what we are currently in with our neocons, who somehow Israel controls more of Congress than our president does. As someone who's America first, I don't fucking like that. And it's been a problem in the Republican Party for a long time, as a lot of us became politically aware around George Bush's era. So a lot of us already hate the fucking neocons. That's because they're a bunch of Jewish communists. Warmongering Jewish communists.
Socially very liberal, very socially open, and fiscally very free market in the sense of, crony capitalism and stuff.
So now here, though, is when I mention things. So this is the OG conspirators hierarchy. He always refers to it as the Committee of 300. Like I literally opened up a page and immediately saw Mossad. So he talks about the fucking Heritage Foundation. This is I think from the 60s, if I'm not mistaken, talking about all that stuff, the stuff we're currently living through, the infighting. He talks about it, but it's always in the perspective of those who are actually running the world, the Committee of 300, the New World Order, the globalists, whatever you want to call them. It's not just the Jews. We got to remember that. Don't miss the forest for the trees. They are a large, disproportionate part. We say black people commit a disproportionate amount of crime. We call it out, but that doesn't mean white people don't commit crime. So don't forget, while we're talking about this stuff, there is still a much bigger picture to look at.
Stereotypes exist for a reason, absolutely. And Alex Jones has nailed it, too. He's nailed it. It's large part, yes, Jews play a very heavy hand in globalism, but we can't discount, of course, radical Islamism and secularism, all the other stuff, of
the
course.
British, that's my problem is when they want to, blame the Jews for everything, but they don't want to talk about, the Anglo-Saxon, don't want to talk about, the British and stuff like that, where that's where, all of this even comes from. So it's
but you can also look at who's pulling the strings on the British government at the same time, too. When Winston Churchill was cucked by the banks and stuff and everything.
And you get into the finance stuff, but then you got to remember it's not about a religion or a state. It's a pre-planned mission against humanity for the Dark Lord Satan.
This is all post World War II, right? This is sort of the culmination of all that.
Well, we got the Jacobins. We got lots of different things to give us our modern left.
The erasure of Western identity, the erasing of it is a very large part. Yeah,
that's the global homogenization, and that's straight white Christian men are very good at building civilizations. Pretty much everyone else is really good at destroying civilizations.
That's why they had us kill each other en masse over the last century.
Think about it this way. Globalists want us to destroy the West so we can have a Chinese century, so that way they can kill all of us off and replace us with robots for their Dark Lord Satan. Hayden?
So whenever we call, communists or name whatever bullshit sect you want to call it, we call them Marxist because it all has a Marxist base. So by saying Marxist, we're able to bring everything into one thing and say, okay, so all of those views are, we're calling you Marxist because that's the thing that you all have in common. Never forget that Leon Trotsky went so far that he had to flee to Mexico and was assassinated by somebody stabbing him in the back of the head with an ice pick. That's what communists do. That's what Marxists do.
They're self-devouring. And Steven Crowder once said it a decade ago. He's not perfect. I don't agree with him on everything. But he said communists believe everyone gets a piece of the pie, reduces you to the lowest common denominator. And free market people, productive people, believe in baking more pies. We should all have our own pie. Learn how to bake a pie, open your own bakery. I don't want a divvied lowest common denominator, crappy piece of government pie. I just want to be able to make my own.
Marxists give you that crappy little piece of pie, and then they tell you to turn around and face the wall.
Yeah, we're all equally poor, basically.
Yes.
Yep.
Equally poor.
So Cole Hauser, we're getting a little edgy around here. You got any thoughts?
Well, how can I put this? So we look at what's going on in Canada right now. Trudeau, when Trudeau was prime minister, he idolized China. What did he idolize? He idolized communism.
Yeah.
Right now with our trade,
basic dictatorship. Thank you. Sorry, what were we saying?
So right now with our new prime minister, he's not really, even though Canada is getting destroyed in this trade war with the United States, he's at the same time he's looking out to China to do more business to bring more of them in. Because the one thing they've done is they've let China buy a lot of land in this country. So
and train and to invade us from the northern border, which is why I want to ban the Democrat Party before the Civil War, because we have a civil war. We're getting invaded by China, the western states, and they're going to come in through the north and southern border. We need to not have a civil war, guys.
Weren't they doing Chinese Air Force Arctic training up in northern? They were. Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't they have their own little bases up there where they operate on their own and stuff?
They've got them in the United States too, Meg.
Yeah, they do.
They've got them in every major city in the United States. China has military bases that don't act as military bases. It's more like bases for secret police.
But I mean, the CCP is actually friends with Trudeau, or was friends with Trudeau, and not openly, with
so
at
so
war
the
with
one
Trump.
thing
So
so the one thing they did, I don't know if you guys know about this, for the United States, for Canada. So on immigration now, for Canadians to come across the border, everyone has to get photoed ID'd and printed. So that they just implemented that. Homeland Security did that a couple weeks ago. So there's a lot of Canadians complaining because now they have to get their picture taken when they cross.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got nothing to hide. Sure, that's how it is here.
ABF, you got any thoughts going through your head at the moment?
Not really.
What about George W. Bush hails Cheney as the one I needed as vice president. When I first was getting politically active, it's pretty obvious Dick Cheney, George Bush, Donald Rumsfeld, all those people were some evil fucks. What are your thoughts?
Oh, they're warmongers.
ABF, you don't want to have a thought?
I mean, Dick Cheney, he is like the definition of the war machine.
So literally, as neoconservatism is dying within the Republican Party, like officially, Isaac's people have won. I don't know if you guys been checking out replies and stuff. They're getting fucking bodied.
Facts.
And right when that's happening, Dick Cheney, the face of neoconservatism, dies. John Bolton currently being indicted. It's symbology is very real. The universe, like, it speaks in symbolism. This was.
Can I just say, at Dick Cheney's funeral, for the 21 gun salute, they're gonna use bird hunting shotguns and yell "duck" at the same exact time. So it's mandatory.
Yeah, I kind of thought I was waiting for ABF to say something about Dick Cheney's trigger safety, but no. All right, so. Jeremy Boring.
That joke has been played to death.
It's a joke that's been played to death, but it's also, we know he did it on purpose.
Yep.
See you, Dave. Appreciate you. All right.
See you, man.
Jeremy Boring. Head.
Oh, I love that guy so much.
The Daily Wire. God bless Dick Cheney. Conspiracy theorist and revisionist will tie themselves in knots decrying him, as will the left. That in itself is a pretty good recommendation in my book, but hardly the only one. ABF, now do you have some thoughts?
Jeremy Boring has some of the worst takes at times.
Yes.
That's
Mark
the nicest
Mitchell.
thing I can say about him.
Mark Mitchell now believes in the woke right. Just like fake news, the left tried to call us fake news, and they were fake news, so we Uno reverse carded them. The woke right, or the ones calling us the woke right, are the woke right. And they're the ones currently trying to cancel, and they have no power.
They tried calling us woke because we wanted to defend our nation and our heritage, and it's so woke. It's crazy.
It's stupid, man.
But it was the
I don't even
Cheneys.
know what the hell woke right's supposed to be like.
Well, and you gotta remember too, the Cheneys were the ones who weren't supporting Trump. They were supporting the others, Kamala.
Absolutely, they're pro-Democrat. Yeah.
Dude, Shapiro has betrayed Trump so many times I can't even count.
Mark Levin as well, all of them.
And Boring is right along with them. Yeah.
Don't you worry, that's literally what the next 10 tabs are.
I can't take Daily Wire
it's in all caps though.
No.
Right?
Oh,
I still think that the best person that's over at the Daily Wire is Michael Knowles.
Well,
I'd say Matt Walsh. Yeah. Matt Walsh was my favorite.
Yeah, don't you worry.
Are you going to
when he's not talking about video games?
No.
Matt Walsh has bad anime takes. I'm siding with Michael Knowles.
He's excommunicated by
Michael Knowles is supposed to be the best dude. Yeah.
No, he is currently Matt Walsh is getting canceled too. All right, but first, All right, most of you peaceful memes points out the obvious. If you told me the American pro-Israel lobby was actually an op to turn people against Israel, I'd believe you at this point. They've done more damage to MAGA's view of Israel than Qatar could ever dream of. Completely accurate. Election Wizard, we crossed the Rubicon months ago. The Israel First boomers of Con Inc. lost. I like calling them Con Inc. as well. They know it, but they aren't honest enough to admit it. So they'll keep screeching, and institutionally they'll cling to power for a while, but their public support has been vaporized. Isaac, you've been there. Their public support is fucking gone, right?
It's non-existent. The Israel obsessed neocons, that push for foreign wars, and Ben Shapiro supporting the war in Iraq and all that stuff. Their support's gone. Look at Brett Cooper today. She's a perfect example of a Gen Z right-wing individual.
Son
and
of a
she's
bitch. Sorry, what were you saying?
Am I jumping ahead?
What were you saying?
Yes. She also. Okay, this is a different clip, but yes, she had really good takes on.
We're starting with the cancelers, and then we're gonna go to the people who actually have a spine. Mark Mitchell point out it's wild how seemingly nobody acknowledges how the core of Trump's 2016 online support began on 4chan. People should go check out Poll if you want an education. Actually, maybe it's better if you didn't.
Do you know who headed up the "He Will Not Divide Us" counterculture against Shia LaBeouf?
Who?
Nick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, we had that cultural phenomenon of taking down Shia LaBeouf and the "He will not divide us, he will not divide us." It was the autists that love green frogs on 4chan that took that down and started the culture war, which we're all in to certain degrees. I understand not everyone's going over 9,000 Super Saiyan on this issue, and that's fine. But the culture war we're in started in that 2016 cultural revolution. And
yes, and it's the memes. Yeah, it's the memes, and I would argue Alex Jones that got him elected. Alex Jones is the reason I own this hat.
I'm very disappointed Alex isn't getting the credit he deserves in that fact in recent years.
Yes. Ben Shapiro in 2016, just like you were talking about. As per your silly list request, here are 20 alt-right friendly or alt-right people / outlets. Breitbart News, which is the most pro-Israel conservative news site there is. And Coulter, Milo, Donald Trump. They've been trying to go after Pat Buchanan. Fuck
Pat Buchanan for president, dude, even now.
I remember that.
The death of the West.
Cerno. Yeah, I have that. The first video I had played that got played on InfoWars was me doing a voiceover of a quote from Death of the West.
Nice. You know what's funny? Alex Jones is not anti-Israel either.
His first, yes, I know. And he has Nick Fuentes on to try to de-radicalize him. The exact same thing that Tucker tried to do, but they get mad at him for platforming, even though they disagree with him on so much.
It's because we believe in free speech. That's why. Yes. We believe in free speech.
And then they throw Richard. Yeah, and when you actually talk to people and you have long form, you go, oh, you're not the monster that they said you were, because I actually listened to you, which is what I actually have been doing, is listening to all the people I'm told I'm not listened to. It completely backfired on all of them. All of them, and they can deserve what's happening, and I'm so glad we're finally gatekeeping.
Like Charlie Kirk would say, even though Charlie disagreed on many of these subjects, when debate ends, that's when very unfortunate things begin, and
it started way before that, but this really kicked into high gear. It was 2016. It was Trump. Like the TDS took it to a whole new level. Ted Cruz. The fight against anti-Semitism is existential. Fucking goddamn Ted Cruz. Mark Mitchell.
Well, you know what? You can blame me for that because technically Ted Cruz is Canadian.
Yeah, he's Cuban,
Damn
Canadian,
well,
American,
also,
and then he's going to move to Israel when he retires. So.
Castro, or is that some? No, that was Trudeau, right? That had Castro.
Yeah. I think this was that
his mom,
his mother,
his dad helped kill JFK. I believe that was the one Trump used on.
Yes.
On Ted
yes.
Cruz, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he was born
Lion Ted, old Lion Ted.
So people are more likely to think anti-Semitism is used to silence Israel criticism than they are to think criticism is actually anti-Semitic. That's because anti-Semitism is used to silence Israel criticism, and we shouldn't be silenced from criticizing anything. We should be allowed to criticize anything. If you're not allowed to criticize something, that's something that's ruling over you, and I don't want anyone to fucking rule over me in my own goddamn country. I don't make the rules. Yeah. I just measure. America first. It's simple. Maybe
that tweet that Ted Cruz put out, that doesn't feel organic either. That was a angry phone call from someone with a lot of money and told him to say that.
$7,000 possibly, just guessing off the top of my head.
Well, with something like that, he's probably like on retainer essentially.
It's probably like a campaign donation promise. Fight for my side and I will donate to your campaign.
A lot of it's ideological too, and it's not all just money and whatnot. A lot of them do actually believe this stuff. Yeah, is it?
Just also on the right, Gen Z, right wing, and everything. The whole anti-Semitism thing is very artificial argument.
It's the right-wing version of saying racist bigot.
That is the BLM for the neocon right at this point.
The woke
and,
right.
I'm someone of Anglo-Finnish heritage. I would be pissed if the English or Finnish governments had any influence on the American government. So people who are of Jewish heritage, why do they want Israeli governments to have influence? You should be America first. America first doesn't mean Israel or Finland or England.
Yeah.
It's I'm just going to say it, get the fuck out of our country. If
we're tired of other countries funding our elections and stuff. It's
I'm
ridiculous.
muting you, Cole. Unmute yourself when you come back. Sorry, you're getting you're a little short. So yes, this is the whole problem. You can't have America first and dual loyalty. As much as they want to claim dual loyalty as some anti-Semitic trope, it's not. They have dual loyalty, and you are always going to put your tribe in the hyphenated American. You're always putting your tribe before American.
Yeah, just because
you can't.
I don't want money coming from Qatar. I also don't want money coming from Israel affecting our elections and our judges and all.
I don't want our money going out in foreign aid to affect other people.
No.
I don't want USAID trying to turn everyone fucking gay.
That either.
I don't want to be paying for an Iron Dome either. I want one for my country. I want to be protected from.
They get two walls. Could we have one, please? ABF. It looked like you were ready to say something.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. So it looked like you were going for your unmute button, so I wasn't sure.
So
okay.
I can say even in when we lost the election in 2015, when Trudeau came to power, like Obama officials were open in being here, helping and fundraising for Trudeau. They weren't shy about that.
That's
they overthrew Brazilian government. I mean, they did all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yes, that's why it's important to remember, too, this is very global. It's not just one group of people. There's certainly lots of disproportionate representation, and above all, the person most to blame is your tired ass looking at yourself in the bathroom mirror at 4 a.m. when you're taking a piss.
Amen to that. Self-accountability.
Correct. For 50 dicks, I spoke to my friend in Australia. She is gobsmacked what just happened to the U.S. California, I'm assuming, also fell. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't fix things when stuff is good and it's easiest to fix things. We only fix things when things are incredibly bad and incredibly difficult to fix things. Humans are silly.
Let it all break.
Yes.
And eventually, once it affects everybody individually, they'll realize, wait, maybe that was a bad idea.
But we can't have it break too much to where it can't be repaired. Hence why we need to ban the Democrat Party before the Civil War, not after.
Weak men create hard times, right?
That's the foreturning. It's
That's why we also need faith. That's why we also need faith and heritage and a sense of ancestry to prolong things for your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren,
Let's get into the unity versus individualism of the four turnings. ABF, what were you saying?
Yeah. People have lizard brain. They don't want to leave the house, and they're only going to leave the house when they feel like they've been wronged. And that's why we do this back and forth bullshit every single election, primary and then midterm. So what we need to do is have the same energy that we voted for Trump for the midterms coming up.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
And don't forget what the fuck happened to Charlie Kirk recently. I mean, that's a huge flag.
We're coming up on 2 months, almost 2 months ago.
Isaac, I don't know about you, but that's what took my governor off.
Took your governor? What do you mean?
That's when I said,
your governor, your self-censorship. Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't swearing on stream before Charlie Kirk. After that, I'm swearing on stream. So we're reining it in for YouTube. But no, my filter and my caring has disappeared.
Fuck the commies, ban the Democrat Party.
The first stream I did after the Charlie Kirk thing was Isaac's stream, and I about lost my shit because I wasn't able to keep.
Yeah, I'm glad I skipped that one.
Rightfully so.
Would have been a bad one, man.
Cole, what you
saying? So I just wanted to go back with the New York thing because if you look what happened, you had Giuliani, then you had Bloomberg, and what did Bloomberg do? He was Republican, then he switched to Democrat.
He got rid of stop and frisk.
Yeah, and then he went, okay, because you're only supposed to run 2 terms. He said, I'm running for a 3rd term. And that's when everything just starts spiraling down in New York. And that's what you're getting. And that's what you're getting now.
Yes. Now Trump needs to go and say, maybe I can run for a 3rd term. I said it. I would have said it beforehand, but at this point, fuck the Democrats. The rules are gone. There's no rule of law anymore. We can just do what we want now, apparently.
You know why he's doing that, right? to take the heat off of Vance for the next news cycle.
Yeah,
not
the worst idea.
Yeah, he's doing it to say, look at Trump, da da da, and then we have bright, shining, undefiled Vance to just push out. He's elected. Boom.
Chubby little cheeks. Oh, Cole, were you want to say something?
Yep. Well, no, I was just saying. I think Vance is handling things pretty good on his own.
Oh yeah,
he's not afraid to get. He's not afraid to get into the fight.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with him so far. So,
but keep in mind that in 2015, JD Vance was anti-Trump.
Oh yeah,
and I think that some of that may have been a bit performative, but he has proven himself to be a, dare I say, a valiant knight in this battle against
Rubio is kind of turning it around too, right?
He has, but
kind of. Rubio is still on that establishment side.
He's still kind of a neocon.
He's still got that dual loyalty, sadly. Yeah. Speaking of, Mark Levin, the face of neocon talking heads. Yes, we conservatives do cancel anti-Semites, bigots, and racists. Wow. Well, I think I found the woke right, guys. The great Bill Buckley led the way in several cases for the good of our country in the conservative movement. If I'm not mistaken, he gatekept the John Birch Society, our greatest Americans we've ever had. So many of us would not know about all these conspiracies and all these commies if it weren't for the John Birch Society. Pat Buchanan also being another one. It's the Democrats and the Marxists who do not gatekeep these people. Fuck you, Mark Levin, and literally, I might need to take these off. Yeah, I don't think anyone supports him in
I never liked Mark Levin, and I couldn't put my finger as to why. I just never liked him.
He's a screaming idiot, is what he is.
He actually, Mark Levin is extremely intelligent, but he lets his emotions get in the way a lot of the time on his policy prescriptions. And that's a big issue. Whenever you have somebody that's actually really smart and they emotionally overreact constantly, it really drives people away from them.
Yes. All right. So I've been doing this for like half my life. And one of the ways I got started in the normal conservative politics sphere was because I worked at a car dealership. So I was always getting in and out of cars. And so I hated all the terrible. Oh, wait. Sorry, Cole. I got oh, wait. Yeah. Don't forget you're muted, Cole. Or wait, now it's not muted. I don't want to. I had to listen to the radio and I didn't want to listen to the shit pop music. So I listened to conservative talk radio, Rush Limbaugh and whatnot. And then that eventually got me to listen to the one who would come out after, Sean Hannity. And then you'd have Mark Levin. And trying to listen to Sean Hannity and Mark Levin is how I learned to hate the neocons, and was when I did my first bit of noticing. And it's... I did a good job of, Rush Limbaugh, he was fun and funny, and I liked him. And then I would disagree when he'd get a little too neocon warmongery. So I've been doing the noticing for a while. It's not good to obsess over it, I don't think, because there are many other things that need to be focused on as well. But it's been the biggest problem in the Republican Party since I've been interested in politics. And I'm so glad we're finally dealing with the neocon problem, and they are getting BTFO'd, and they are doing it to themselves, similar to like Sweet Baby Ink Detected, where they tried to cancel Cabrutus, and then they ended up being like, oh no, now they're trying to cancel us, we're the victims, where it basically backfires. They try to gatekeep, and now the neocons are being gatekept.
Can I just say, there's never been a single group of people in history who have gone down as the good guys for supporting censorship of speech of their opponents. And that is the neocon. That is the neocon right saying, we cancel people that disagree with us. Mark Levin. It's like, dude, you supported the Middle Eastern wars through and through in the early 2000s. Shut the fuck up.
I was just going to say, nothing pisses me off more than the ones that say, well, violence in video games. I'm just like, oh, God. Like, those are the worst.
They're the ones to thank why our culture got so screwed up.
Yeah, the 90s neocons. Yeah, those are
Everyone wants to complain about how weak the Republicans are and how they never get anything done. And it's the Uniparty. That's the neocons. The Mitt Romneys, the John McCains. Mark Levin calls for Steve Bannon, MTG, Tucker Carlson, and Candace Owens to be dealt with. And as Mostly Peaceful Memes points out, honestly can't think of anyone who's done more to turn people against Israel than Mark Levin. People keep acting like we're just out to be some prejudiced bigots. No, we notice patterns and some seriously poor behavior that just keeps repeating and repeating and repeating. And after a while, sorry guys, we're done. We are fucking done. I'm sorry.
Look at
We're
this. A
we're
lot
not
of these
having
people,
the dual loyalty. America first. Hey,
a lot of these
MAGA,
people who are
MAGA
even
are
pro
death now.
censorship, like crowd, remember that they first sided with Al Gore's wife whenever it came to censorship in gaming and in media. They were all on the same page. They all have been for decades at this point. They haven't changed. And my taste for freedom hasn't changed either.
Can I just tell you, too, something interesting? 15 years ago, the old ladies were calling for like banning violent video games like Halo. And now we have the official White House account on X posting Halo memes with Donald Trump and JD Vance.
It's great.
But the tide has shifted where now we are engaged, like with Cole Hauser, we got the Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff, and we can have the cultured conversations, but also we want to have a strong society and nation as well. And that's why our side of the internet, is so powerful. So
I'm not just America first. I'm America second, third, fourth, fifth, all the way through 100th. It's not just Israel I don't want to send billions to. I don't want to send it to anyone. I want to keep my own fucking money so we can build this country, so I can have a house and wife and kids, not so I can pay in Israel. It's so tiny. There's so few people. I've known one Jewish person in my fucking life. I don't care about Jews. I don't care about Palestine. Fuck everything that's not America.
Agreed.
Hell yeah.
So can't even afford to buy our own houses and buy our own fence.
Because all the fucking Indians are buying all the new houses where I live. Cole Hauser, sound like you had a thought?
If I can jump in on that point, it's like, even though I'm Canadian, I live in Canada, but I believe in America first. Because if it's not for the United States, where would we be?
Absolutely.
Where would Canada be?
Protect your ass,
The United States, we depend on literally 99.9% of U.S. protection. Because we do not have the military. Like Taiwan's military is bigger than ours.
Oh yeah, well I was going to
Europe.
The rest of the world.
All you guys with your social safety nets always going on about, look at all their socialized healthcare. How about you pay for fucking military instead of us doing it for you? Will you have enough money for your socialism then? No! Stop stealing my money!
Even during freedom, when we went over to Afghanistan, you guys had to come pick us up and take us there.
Yep. So, I used to have a Canadian friend and always made the joke that the Canadian military was 7 guys with Swiss Army knives that had to hitch a ride from the Americans.
Yeah.
And I just want to make a point because I do know, we know Cole Hauser. I know several Canadian people too. And it's not due to the lack of Canadian willpower. Canadian people are pretty great. There's a lot of very based, rugged Canadian people. It's your government. Your government sucks.
The World
and that's a big problem. It's poor leadership that we're dealing with, and if we can resolve that, that would help a lot.
Well, and the problem is, I worked for our government. I worked for the Conservatives. There's no difference between the Conservatives and the Liberals.
That's horrible.
This is
one
why
party
I
system
jumped, and that's the problem.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh, we want Polivier, but he's pretty weak conservative too, isn't he?"
Well, I used to work for Pierre. Good. So I mean,
better than a central banker globalist, but we need strong conservatives.
Listen, I saw that when we had the election, I saw what was happening. Everyone asked me, so are we winning this? And I said, no, we're not going to win this, because once Trudeau was gone, the hatred was there, and they didn't reflect the fight against Carney, and that's what we lost. And now what happened today, we may lose completely, because they're tabling their budget today, and if the budget doesn't pass, the government falls and we can go into an election. So, but
I thought that was going to be a good thing, or if the Conservatives just gotten obliterated, because they were doing quite well polling wise, I thought.
Well, for a conservative now to cross the floor to join the Liberals,
yeah, rough. Well,
and
silver linings.
And the one thing I don't agree with, when Joe Rogan said it was because of Trump why Pierre lost. That's not the case. Joe Rogan doesn't understand Canadian politics.
I think it's how they handled what Trump was doing, right? Because like they should have. There was a way to accept, like, to understand what Trump is as a personality, and then to twist it to your favor. And that's not what happened, right?
No.
So yeah.
All right,
It
now
was a mess.
let's go
all
back.
the way around.
Okay, this is some serious boomer cringe. Mark Levin, Fuentes, if that is his name.
Oh my
lol. Looks like I got under
He doesn't even
prepubescent.
know how to use LOL. What the
I
heck?
know, right? And they threw a comment
At the beginning of a sentence?
Yes,
Oh my
I know.
gosh.
Little,
Lol.
little Adolf's unpure quasi-white skin.
He's
Now
race testing now. Oh, wow.
The Jew is doing racial purity test against Nick Fuentes.
Are we shocked? Let's be honest. Are we
His
shocked?
illiterate, incoherent brain farts? What are you talking about? He is far more articulate than your dumbass. Exited
he
the
is.
wrong end of his dwarf-like body, ableism now, but he does have his committed following of gropers. I don't know if he's trying to make fun of them or if he actually thinks they're called gropers.
I think autocorrect might have got him there. As a victim of common autocorrect. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
He should replace that funeral-like suit with. He pretty much always wears a suit. He's always classed up. Mark Levin doesn't.
Brand.
He literally dresses classier than you dumb bitch.
Dude, growing up in politics, Trump was his idol. Trump is the suit guy. You know, that's
Yes, and then he says he should replace it with a brown shirt, like a good Nazi. Oh, when the left calls us Nazis, it's because they want to kill us. Why would someone on the right? More on that later. As for deportation, given his mixed background, he would qualify for an expulsion to a number of third world countries where he can crawl back into his little dark hole like the cockroach he is. Psycho bastard, he projects at the end. I am so fucking glad we are getting rid of these goddamn commie parasites. Fuck the neocons. Fuck the commies. Yes, let's get rid of these pieces of shit. And the good ones can
100%.
stay. Speaking of good ones, I'm quite happy with Matt Walsh talking some sense. Pat Buchanan didn't just have good ideas. He was right about almost everything. This is Joel Berry trying to complain about Pat Buchanan being evil anti-Semite. Yeah, if you guys don't know, the Babylon Bee are on the dole. Pat Buchanan just had good ideas. He was right about almost everything. He's the most vindicated political figure of our lifetime. As for his, quote, weird anti-Semitism, what are you referring to exactly? People have been throwing that word at Buchanan for decades, but I've never seen an example of this alleged anti-Semitism. Where are the examples? And then he has Tucker talk about...
Tucker from 99.
Yeah. Yeah. Joel, you're giving me a video clip of someone else making claims about Buchanan 25 years ago. Can you show me the actual fucking quotes? Just actual quote, and then he doesn't give him the actual quotes.
He's asking for receipts, and he's like, "Well, here's something someone else said about him."
I ripped up a bunch of receipts and threw them at you. Here's my receipt.
I found somebody that saw a receipt like 10 years ago, maybe once.
The other fun part about that is that Tucker has recanted on a lot of the things that he thought from 20 years ago.
Yes.
He's got completely different views now, and he goes, "I was a retard."
Well, he was
So
on
much-
CNN.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
he
much
was.
of what he does now seems to be him trying to make up for supporting the wars.
Right.
And for all of the neoconning he's done.
And it's funny you mentioned that because Tucker is a moderate.
That's what's insane. And that's why them trying to cancel him is what's so insane, is he is our moderate. My issue is honestly, he kind of got bodied by Nick. Nick, I think, did a much better job when he was on the show.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit in ways.
All right, ABF, I threw something in private chat, but we got a couple of supers, couple more dicks in here. Yes, Fitty Dicks from Ben. Canada in World War II had the third largest navy in the world. Sad state was the Commonwealth. The sad state the Commonwealth is in. Yes, we are being purposely destroyed so that way we can be massively depopulated. Independent Canada for 5. There's a reason
Canada.
why you son of a bitch. Canada what?
Holds the record for war crimes, I think, in World War I believe. So something to say.
Don't make me like Canada more.
I wasn't there.
There's a reason why Manitoba, Saskatchewan, is that what Sask is for?
Saskatchewan.
Talking independence. Ottawa is ideologically captured by evil, in my honest opinion. They hate vets, innocence, and religion. Cole Hauser, you got thoughts on this?
So the lobbyists basically outnumber the politicians in Ottawa. So So, and it's both sides of lobbyists, the liberals and conservatives. They pretty much have the same goal, and they all work together.
Now, isn't Saskatchewan? That's right to the east of Alberta, I think, right? So that's like in the heartland of Canada.
It's like, yeah, it's
Kinda
heartland
like,
of Canada.
Yes.
It's like right in the
Yep.
center,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
All
known
right.
for their canola fields.
So, all right. So the Daily Wire Matt Walsh, well, like I used to like hate some Ben Shapiro. I'm still not a huge fan of him, but a lot of people were more Charlie Kirk was one who was a little, but he slowly got more and more and more based. Matt Walsh has been one who has impressed me, getting more and more based, and this is that test to see if they are still in the grip of the mind control, or if they actually are independent thinkers finally. And very proud of him. And then another an ex-Daily Wire, Brett Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she didn't take too kindly to Nick Fuentes being called a Nazi, I believe it was. Or no, Tucker being called I don't remember. Played the clip.
You are so blinded by your ridiculous, insane hatred of Tucker Carlson that you cannot see how irresponsible and hypocritical you are being. I mean, these tweets from Ted Cruz, I'm going to read you next, are a great example of this. So just a month ago, he tweeted this. He said, "They don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you. Political violence is a left-wing phenomenon. Enough is enough. We need to shut it down." And then in response to Fuentes and Tucker this week, he tweeted this. "Trump's bombing of the Ayatollah's nuclear facilities made the little Nazi mad. Good." So now you're turning around and you're calling somebody that you don't like a Nazi. You're doing this out of blind rage because you're so angry that the conservative base's attitudes are rapidly changing, that Nick Fuentes is getting national attention, and so you have turned around and in response, you are compromising your own values in anger, which is such a dangerous precedent to set. And unfortunately for you guys, yes, the attitudes are changing. So again, it makes sense why this group is incredibly frantic. You are so blinded by your ridiculous.
Yep.
You know what? I real quick,
She's
but
getting canceled.
I just want to say,
I
would like to formally apologize to Brett Cooper for ever having said that she looked like the female version of Ben Shapiro.
That's horrible, dude.
That was an insult.
How dare you?
She does.
That's evil.
Somewhat related, but after seeing the difference in the views, I feel like I insulted her unintentionally, and I want to apologize for it.
Have you seen Ben Shapiro's sister? That's the real question.
When you type in Ben Shapiro's sister is the first thing that pops up, at least for me.
Abby Shapiro, yeah.
All right. All right.
Now here's Zionist for a day. Just saying.
Now here's a good example of where we are. Megyn Kelly also now a Jew.
And she's a moderate too. She's a moderate. She's in the middle.
Correct. And all of this, them attempting to gatekeep, is only going to gatekeep them. Seth Dillon, if you think this will bring us wins, you're an idiot. No enemies to the right is suicide, morally and politically. If you are citing a New York Times article, I don't care what the article is, you are wrong.
You're a commie.
And I saw several of these Israel firsters using the New York Times as a source.
And that's the Babylon Bee.
Yes.
What?
Embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing.
They actually have a counter site because
Not the Bee. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
What is going on?
And then so since I was told I wasn't allowed to watch Tucker and Nick, I'm now subscribed to Tucker. I watched a bunch of stuff that Nick's been guest on. If he still was allowed on YouTube, I'd be subscribed to him as well. I just watched a bunch of Hodge Twins.
I was looking at a shirt store the other day.
Honest, I might need to check that out. Hodge Twins also have some awesome shirts I need to go double check.
I have a bunch of those.
Yeah, I was watching them with the Andrew Tate interview. It was so good. I forgot how funny he was. And now I want to watch more Andrew Tate. Tell me I'm not allowed to watch people so I know who I should go watch. That's my recommendations.
I permanently hate Andrew Tate personally because he did insult someone I'm affiliated with's daughter on X, young daughter. I don't like him. I don't like him. Not because of he's mean or whatever. He hits below the belt a little too often for my taste. That's okay.
His episode on Hodge Twins was pretty mind blowing. Like how fast that guy's brain works.
But I'm also not a neocon retard boomer that's going to gatekeep people and engage in friendly fire either. So
yeah.
Like what are you going to do? Call them a Yahtzee? Call them a this? Call them a that? Because it's like stupid.
Yeah.
I tried to bookmark something from Data Republican. I've been following her for a while. I don't know if I've ever replied to her. I couldn't bookmark it because I'm blocked by Data Republican.
Wow.
Must have been they blocked a whole bunch of people that you're following or something.
I'm probably on a block list. Was my thought, and the fact that Data Republican is doing block lists that I'm on. Friendly reminder: these people new to the movement. Hey, if they're doing good, hey, good job. They're not us though, and I'm telling you, Data Republican's going to have a falling out at some point.
Veterans have ranking, military veterans, you have a certain rank and you put your time in for a certain amount of time. And like you said, the new people that didn't put the time in, they're at a different rank, and that's okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the club. Do less talking, which shouldn't be hard for her. Do more listening. That would be difficult for her. All right. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I normally tell people who are newer to stop talking and start listening, and I realized that was yeah. I didn't mean to be mean. Okay, maybe I deserve to be blocked.
For anybody who doesn't know, Data Republican is a deaf woman. As soon as he said it, I lost it.
Or McIntyre.
I love it.
Homosexuals buying male children from their mothers, Dave Rubin, did not disqualify people from being leaders in the conservative movement.
Yes, it did.
Christian fathers criticizing Israel does. Being a porn star does not disqualify people from the conservative movement. Disagreeing with Israel does. Being trans, Blair White, does not qualify you from the conservative movement. Disagreeing with Israel does. Rejecting Christianity does not disqualify you from the conservative movement. Disagreeing with Israel does.
Good point.
I think that's it. The double standards of it all. I'm just fucking done. I hate the Jew obsessed. I'm sorry. You guys won though. Now can we stop obsessing about the Jews, please? For fuck's sake. ABF, would you like to stop? Would you prefer we stop obsessing about the Jews?
Yes, I would.
Thank God.
In both
I hate
directions,
both sides.
please.
I hate them both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In both directions.
I wish Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro would stop obsessing about the Jews. It would be fantastic, because then Gen Z would be like, yeah, let's talk about American issues, know.
Whenever people see this conversation, they should just glaze over and move to the next tweet.
The reason a lot of your side obsesses over it so much is because it is so censored. It is so suppressed. But now that it's getting a bit more open and you can get all that bottled up energy out, maybe we can talk about China and other things as well.
Yeah, the dust will settle.
Yeah, that's a real freaking enemy.
There's also a Christian. There's also a Christian revival going on amongst Gen Z as well. And when you have two clashing, opposing religions, Judaism and Christianity, and people start digging into theology and the Christianity of the last 100 years being kind of skewed, there's going to be issues, and people are waking up, and it's going to be fine. We're going to be fine. America, white pill, but
This is so healthy, and I'm so glad we're getting it out now because it's always been the biggest problem. It's something I'm concerned about with JD Vance as well, especially if he has Marco Rubio as a VP. It needs to be dealt with. And it wasn't the Isaac Fuentes crowd that caused all this. It was the fucking idiots trying to cancel Tucker that did it. They did it to themselves.
We're in the middle of a cold civil war right now. I don't give a shit what's happening in the Middle East.
When when they called us, several years back, when they said you're anti-Semitic for not wanting to send money to a foreign country, we're like, oh, we are. Let's dig into that a little more. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. That's their fault.
That was what happened to Nick Fuentes. If
it's like
the Jewish lobby tried to destroy my life at 19, that's all I'd probably talk about too. Yeah, Cole?
It's like here in Canada, everyone is blaming Trump for our problems that started way before Trump.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Feel free to blame, but don't be doing scapegoating. And as long as you make sure you're pointing at yourself, that helps to avoid some of the scapegoating, which is itself. Like, my whole thing is, I like Nick Fuentes the more and more I listen to him. The Groypers are fucking insufferable, and their insufferability makes it so people don't want to listen to them. I think Hayden would probably agree with that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why he also disowns large portions of the people that claim to support him and purposely make him look bad and stuff. And
he is incredibly well informed on so many topics.
I think he has a couple of bad takes, but it's more often the people that follow him that cause me to have an aversion to him, generally speaking.
Hey, take responsibility for yourself. Trump doesn't get a vote in Canadian elections. You guys fucked up because you're a bunch of woke retards. Take responsibility for yourself.
Also, I wanted to
Also
speak more
appreciate
on
you.
that actually, and Cole might have some insight on it. But I think that they were trying to claim that Trump was the root of all their problems because they were afraid of the ideas. Because, like you were saying, all the political parties are so similar. They're probably afraid that a new one's going to emerge with all these awesome ideas.
Well, that's the thing. We can't do a third party. We have to reform like the Republican Party. It's like what the UK is doing with the Reform UK versus the Tories and all that stuff. Cole, yes. You're conservatives. You guys got to do a revolution against them, or do you need a new party?
So we started a new party called the People's Party of Canada.
Yes.
They were basically shunned by everybody else. So they basically have no traction, because here's what happened. I can't remember what year it was. So the Conservative Party used to be the PC Party, the Progressive Conservative Party. Then came the Reform Party, where it was basically, they were far right. And the Conservative Party merged, the Reform Party merged with the PC Party, and then basically the PC Party weeded out all the reformers. So that's why we're back to square one, what we have today. So it's a mess. And so I don't know where we go from here unless we become part of the United States, but there's just we got three parties here. We got the liberals, conservatives, and socialists. So
yeah, and we might hate our two-party system, but multi-party system is way more of a clusterfuck. ABF?
Oh, it's horrible.
They started banning long guns in Canada a long time ago, much longer than Trump has been around. So as soon as you ban guns in a country, it's all downhill from there.
Yeah. It's horrible. Like, it's
it's stupider than Trump talking about taking guys over and voting for a British globalist central banker. That's fucking, well, obviously Prime Minister, you're not voting for him, but you guys fucked up. Take responsibility for fucking up. That's step one in fixing the problem.
Yeah, I'm not going to vote for Olivier because. Okay, go ahead.
No. Well, no. I was just going to say, look what happened with the King's protest. They didn't call it the King's protest here. They called it the tyrant.
No
protest
tyrants.
Because we have a king.
You have a king.
You have a king. Yeah.
Who actually helped them win the election because he prorogued Parliament for 2 months or whatever, right? Right after the beginning of my intro, when Trudeau's like did his whole resigning thing, but then they prorogued it so that way they could basically cheat, and then. Yeah, they all came together.
Sorry,
Cole.
No, we can't do anything here without the UK, without the king saying so. If we go to an election, we have to go to the Governor General has to go to the whatever in Europe and say Canada wants to do this. So,
do you think people are purposefully sabotaging the conservatives in your country by like infiltrating your side, kind of like we have our Kinzingers over here and our Cheneys or whatever?
No, they're doing that themselves.
Okay, so they just honestly disagree with each other.
Bugle Daily.
You think our conservatives are a bunch of weak conservatives? European and like Canadian conservatives are way cuckier than even
they're
our
liberal.
Conservatives.
They're liberal. Yeah. Far, like so me, I would be considered a MAGA. I'm MAGA here, but conservatives would be Democrats. They'd be Democrats that are on the right. That's how it is.
That's
because I've been
so you're like left and further left, basically, is all you have.
I've been told by conservatives here when I worked, they said, if I lived in the States, I'd be a Democrat. And they have no problem saying that because that's who they are.
Angry Badger, my co-host, he's considered far right. He's a California liberal.
Yeah,
but he's considered far right.
Just what I know about Badger's politics, like he does seem pretty left wing to me, which is perfectly fine because he's not an insane person. Yeah. But if you look at the rest of the world outside of the United States of America, it's all left. All left. Like there is no right wing anywhere else in the world.
You can also say with people like Badger, intellectual honesty, and
absolutely
that goes a very long way as well.
And some critical thinking. Yeah,
yes. I can get along with classic liberals, just fine. For sure. Anything past that, I don't really like you that much. It feels like you try to talk about politics too much, and when you do, I don't want to hear it. Classic liberals are basically what the Trump party are now, with like 4 different differences.
Yeah,
Guess
Trump
what?
used to be a Democrat.
his entire life.
Yep.
Trump is a classical liberal. That's the
He's
thing. Yeah.
Orange Bill Clinton practically.
Yeah, I don't consider him socially conservative necessarily. I'd say he's pretty socially liberal.
Bill Kristol, arch neocon, endorsed Mamdani like Cheney and Kamala. That's how you know the neocons are part of the Uniparty.
Bill Kristol endorsed him, but Barack Obama would not.
Wow. All right, now let's blast through some. Matt Walsh, we have a very short window of time where we control Congress and the White House and have the power to push our agenda forward. We're going to waste this window fighting with each other. We're going to squander everything. I'm furious, honestly, he said.
Totally
calmly.
agree with that.
And Stephen Miller going off about how the Democrat Party has become dangerously, violently radicalized. And this is basically why we need to Trump to kind of go a bit extreme and why we need to ban the Democrat Party.
Also, Stephen Miller based, too.
As fuck. And also incredibly Jewish. In case you don't already get it, GOP, only 35% of 18 to 29-year-olds approve of Trump's performance. They're also far most likely to want Biden aides prosecuted for the Autopin scandal, 59%. So Trump's only got 35% approval, but 59% want some prosecutions. Burn it down politics. This is something Mark's been talking about a bunch. We keep being told that the young people are conservative. They're not. They just hate the system and they want to burn it down. If we won't do it and give them a better system, there's a reason they like socialism, because the socialists keep promising to burn everything down and then they are promising a bunch of stuff to them.
Yeah, they're pissed that they can't buy a house. Back in the day, you could go into credit card debt as a down payment to buy a freaking house. Nowadays, like, it's impossible to get a loan.
We need Trump to be what the Democrats accuse him of
And
being.
also, I'll say those of us who are, younger are on the right wing are not conservative. We have nothing left to conserve in our minds.
Exactly.
We need to restore.
I don't like calling myself Republican or conservative. We get rid of the neocons, I'll start using those. I'll be happy to.
Dude, I'd register Republican if it became essentially MAGA, actually MAGA, not neocon.
If Trump just went full Abraham Lincoln, he would get so much support. His poll numbers were best when he was most abusive to the establishment.
Yep.
Doge.
For
trying
years,
to
I have
gut
been
the
saying
system.
that I am a rhino. I am a Republican in name only because
and vote
I don't
only.
agree with that establishment. Like
Now we got people saying, well, fuck it. Kill the filibuster and implement nationwide voter ID now. That's the only way our country survives. At this point, I don't... that's another stream we talk about the filibuster. Sean Davis... you can't, or wait, hold on, sorry. Posobiec, how are we supposed to unite with a party where hundreds of thousands of their people just voted for a candidate who says he wants to kill our children? You can't. You have to crush them. And unfortunately, that's really hard to do when a chunk of your own party is as eager to deplatform you as your enemies are. I for a long time refer to the conservatives as the cuck-servatives. We got to take the high road. We can't do this. Then the Democrats might use it against us.
Respectable bipartisanship is what they always say. Yeah.
We are getting rid of those neocons, keeping us from doing it. And all the new people that Trump's brought in, they fully support him going scorched earth.
They say when you go low, or when they go low, we go lower.
No, kick him. That's what Eric Holder said. Yeah.
I think we say just sit there and take it in the balls.
Yeah, and the Eric Holder is saying as soon as we get in power, we need to stack the Supreme Court.
We need to be unashamedly America first. That's what we have to do. Don't care whose feelings it hurts. America first all the way.
Anyone with ties to China, I want them arrested immediately.
Anyone with ties to any foreign nation needs to get deported. So
yay! And we're cutting off all foreign aid, and now all countries who have received our foreign aid owe us reparations for them, or we're going to tariff their asses. Bowtied Ranger, there's no compromising with the... Oh yeah, this federal judge rules Trump can't require citizenship proof on the federal voting form. If this is what law and order is, I don't want law and order. There's no compromising with these people. They should just be jailed without trial. We can decide what to do with them from there, but they need to be incarcerated immediately. They're they do not have the jurisdiction.
What about no
This is
kings?
not their role. Yes, ignore them. He has to ignore them. He has to start arresting governors and mayors. He has to go full Abraham Lincoln. We either stop the Civil War or we pray China doesn't invade us and destroy us during the Civil War.
Yeah, Pritzker is basically asking foreign governments to attack us. You know what I mean?
Well, he's asking Trump to arrest them. A lot of these mayors are asking for it.
Yeah,
he needs to take the bait. He needs to arrest them. Isaac, get these bare hand eating, goat raping, commie bastards out of my country. This vibe right here, I think, is how
Bill the Butcher is my spirit animal. I wish he won. I think we should have never opened the harbors. This whole importing people from all across the world crap needs to end. And
he's not a fan of Catholics, though.
Like I said, I'm a big fan of Bill the Butcher. And
Trump is often too weak, but why is he too weak? Because he surrounds himself by Israel firsters. That's the source of so much of his weakness. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, was one of the biggest problems in his first administration. He currently has Susie Wiles as his chief of staff, the one who helped run Netanyahu's re-election campaign.
Wasn't someone Adelson? Is there something Adelson? Miriam, I think. Is that her name?
Well, there's the Sheldon Adelson. He's like the Jewish billionaire guy.
Yeah, I think his wife is Miriam. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, just stuff like that. You see that. It's just dual loyalty is not good.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, I get it. And I get wanting to support your tribe and all that. That's awesome. That's good. Do it in your own fucking country. This is America.
I 100% agree. I'm okay with nationalism. First. You want to go be support them, go support them.
I would
emphasis on go support them. Yeah.
I would love for Cole Hauser to beat Canada first, but I understand how far your country's fallen, and I get it, brother. I'm sorry.
It's I don't know what to say about this country anymore because it's basically gone where, it was not just the liberals who brought in all these people. The conservatives did it too.
Yep.
They were just like, well, we gotta shore up our base. And that's what they try to do to basically say, to be kind and nice to everybody. And this is why we're, when they were bringing in refugees, especially Ukrainians, they were getting meal cards. They were getting meal cards and penthouses.
Yeah.
So,
correct.
And these meal cards had like $5,000 on them.
Now, how are veterans being treated in your country at the same time?
They're trying to find housing.
So in the UK, there was a similar situation where the Tories, their conservatives, were in charge for 12 years.
They opened the floodgates.
Boris Johnson had the Boris wave around lockdown times. The reason he let them all in was because he didn't want the Financial Times to be mean to him.
Didn't Reagan have the biggest mass amnesty ever in our country?
Yes, that's how we got all the Latinos, and then it was in Immigration Act or whatever of 65. That's when we went from Europeans to bring all the retards in instead. Which, the immigration from Europe, I don't have a lot of problem with that. Honestly, fuck Europe at this point. Let's brain drain their asses.
Well, speaking of Pat Buchanan, he always held to the sentiment, and I agree, America is a European nation. We are an extension of that identity. Not in the sense of modern gay EU. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in the sense of true, hearty, European, Western, Roman, Christian culture. That's
the Magna Carta.
America is a much more individualistic version of that, for sure. But we are an extension of
Magna Carta.
Yes, absolutely. We're the Crusaders and the conquerors and the explorers of the world, and we don't need the third world.
So I say put straight white Christian men in charge. That sounds like, I'm the best and I want my people to be in charge. I'm not Christian. I want Christians to be in charge because they build good civilizations. If purple non-binaries were the number one people not voting for socialism, I'd say put them in charge of everything. If black women were the most based amongst us, I'd say put them in charge of everything. It's straight white Christian men are the only ones basically we can trust, the only ones who will build civilization. Everyone else is going to destroy it. If you're a woman who votes conservative, you should want the 19th Amendment repealed. You win! If you're a black conservative, you should want to not be able to vote. You will get what you want and then some.
Right.
Yeah. Who built the greatest country on earth and the skyscrapers and all this stuff? And there's so-and-so immigrants built this country. No, it depends on who you're talking about.
Listen, it's the meme.
Built this country.
Listen, it is the meme of Washington crossing the Delaware. There's nobody in that boat is named Mandami or Hassan or whatever the hell else.
Or Barack.
Ender
Or
D.
Barack. Yes, Barack Hussein. You notice they never said his middle name, Hussein. Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah, they always left that out, oddly enough.
Yeah.
And somehow they never seem to assimilate, no matter where they go. They just build their own little
assimilation
community.
is starting to become a bit of a myth nowadays.
Building enclaves is becoming very popular, though.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then
like
they.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just and you let some of them in, and then they immediately start stealing elections and voting for themselves and giving each other all the benefits, and then all of a sudden you got Somalis scamming the shit out of us. Fuck all of them, throw them into the Atlantic Ocean. Cole?
So, like, Isaac, remember I sent you that link yesterday? So part of the budget they're proposing for Canada, they're putting money in for security for pride events. How is that part of our budget?
Right. You're paying for that with your tax money.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's
wait a minute. Can some of that money go to security for like churches on Sunday to protect the churchgoers? I mean,
just fly the flag, Isaac, and yes, you can have some of that too.
Ooh. Yeah.
I don't think it's. Never mind.
It's the most satanic thing
I've
I've
fried
ever
my
heard.
brain a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I say that because I drive by a freaking church every day to work that has a love is love and rainbow flag hanging from it, and a trans flag too.
That's a synagogue of that's a synagogue of Satan. That's not a church.
the F word.
You fly those flags, and you get your little bit of government money.
Yeah.
Those flags have been on that building, on that church, since Trump was elected. In 2016, I should say.
Do you know why? Because we gave up our institutions and our culture, and we can't make that mistake again. You know,
We let the
need to
commies
take back
and
the institutions.
queers infiltrate, and that's why we need to ban them from being in our country. Why do we let socialists vote in a capitalist country?
Great question.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
I am of the opinion that it should be illegal to identify yourself as a communist or a socialist in this country.
Joe McCarthy. Joe McCarthy.
Yep.
Just like we banned the Communist Party USA, we need to ban the Democrat Party because it's a terrorist organization.
The Communist Party USA
gangsters.
is still
They're communists.
technically banned.
Yes.
They just went in and neutered the act that actually banned the communists to where we couldn't do anything about it. So if you identify as a commie, you technically illegally reside in the United States.
Yeah, the First Amendment technically does not apply to them, right?
It doesn't. It does not. But we, like I said, they went back and they neutered the Anti-Communism Act of what was it, 65 or 54. They
neutered
law?
the act.
I think Obama did a large. Obama did a large part of that. I think Hayden, right? Didn't he neuter the shit out of it?
So it got neutered before Obama, and then Obama actually like did the nail in the coffin on it.
Do we still have a law for
ABF?
treason?
All I'm saying, is commies belong against the wall, and I'm done pretending otherwise. So,
me
ABF, I was about to beg you to drop a membership or a message or something, because I may have made the best ABF clip I have ever made. I don't want to brag. I don't want to get people's expectations too high, but I'm very proud of it. And I got to set it up a little bit, though. So, at some point, chat will come up with their little adorable, innocent eyes and say, Erwin, how are greens made? It's like, oh, it's so adorable. Well, sometimes for a green to be born, a gray has to die. And that's how greens are made.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. The Biodome clip didn't work very well, ABF. I'm sorry, but does that satisfy you?
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Because I was watching Scream at the time. I'm like, oh, that clip's not going to work. I'm like, oh, wait, there's just a kill that could be good. And then, once I saw, I'm like, ooh, that could work. And once I was making it, I'm like, this is going to be perfect. so we're gonna watch it again.
Yeah,
A ton of mods got hit too. Bunch of
As
mods.
Core Boy points out, I did hit reverse fart also.
Oh, you got reverse part. You got
Yeah.
Nag. You got Steph.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I'd say.
All right, now I say
bunch of-
there's lots to notice. Did you catch it all? I'm pretty proud of it. I think I did okay, right?
It's good stuff.
Cornboy!
I like it.
Cornboy snuck a red thumbs up in there too. Classic. Okay, well, since ABF you dropped that, let's do a little wheel spinning while we got the outros going. ABF, did you figure out what game you're playing yet?
I don't think I am gonna stream tonight. My eyes are really dry and I'm like kind of tired, so I think I'm gonna be an old man and go to bed early.
Cole Hauser. Okay, so you've been donating recently. I really appreciate you. I recently added Transformers the movie, the 85 or 86 one.
Oh, 86.
84. Okay.
86.
So I was like, Cole Hauser's been hooking it up. He's probably got a movie credit. I want to watch the Transformers movie because I've never seen the animated, but I also really want to watch the OG Michael Bay, Megan Fox one. If you were to pick one, what should I watch? I assume it's animated because you were complaining earlier about the live action, right?
Yeah.
All right, I really want to watch it. I want to watch Optimus die and get sad.
86 Transformers is like it's
Well,
great.
okay, so I'm just gonna give you a little. So what you want to do is watch after you watch the movie.
Oh God, are you now? What?
He's
Okay, yes.
pulling what I pull.
Watch season 3, then skip season 4 Rebirth and go to Japanese because Optimus dies again.
It's like when anime people are like, listen, you're gonna love it. It picks up after episode 387. It's so good,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, you're gonna go on. Then you skip to episode 237. You're gonna watch 16 of those, and then you want to jump back to episode 150. All the classics. What the fuck? So this is Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Obviously, I've seen that, but it's been so long. Man, Transformers, Spider-Man. What's gonna pop up next? Also, obviously, ABF. If you see anything you want me to just go ahead and watch, make sure you let me know. Transformers, Spider-Man, and Repo Man? No, Thunderheart. Thunderheart. Okay.
I don't know what Thunderheart is.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Pull it
either.
up.
That is Dungeons and Dragons
sounds
type thing.
Familiar.
No, I don't believe it's Dungeons and Dragons. Like it's actually
not
native
specifically, but like sword and sorcery.
No, it's Native American. This is actually what it's Val Kilmer. This is what Who's Your Daddy
okay.
really wanted me to watch. So
I
it's
like
a,
Val Kilmer a lot.
It's a 6.8 out of 10. Val Kilmer, Sam Shepard, Graham Greene. Okay, yeah, it's these two. So yeah, I am intrigued. Transformers, Spider-Man, Thunderheart, starting poll, and then I'm gonna go do a little spinning. Let's find something.
I watched a
watch
terrible
ABF.
movie the other day called The Time Guardian with Carrie Fisher.
What? Teen Wolf.
It was horrible.
No, okay. ABF, I'm going to list a bunch. Teen Wolf, The Shadow, Leprechaun, Three Kings? Wait, didn't you guys just tell me to watch Three Kings?
Yeah,
Three Kings.
Three Kings. Yeah,
Perfect. That's a great movie.
Since you like Generation Kill, it kind of has that same feel, but with like no, actually, it's actually pretty similar, like humor wise too.
Yeah, one of the two George Clooney movies I like.
Yeah. They find a bunch of Iraqi gold as U.S. service members, and they hide it and try to smuggle it back.
Nice.
Bro, did you listen to me on Badger Entertainment stream when I suggested this? So, you know, we can't go full Democrat say, well, black and brown people aren't allowed to vote anymore. That's just, there's a lot of problems that are going to come along with that, guys. So, how do we do it? We could do a little quiz. You just need to know basic civics. But that's a whole thing, too. So, my whole stance is, did you pay federal taxes last year? Well, then you can have a federal vote. Did you pay state taxes? Then you can have state vote. And then, to be fair, universal suffrage for local elections.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
is that fair?
That's pretty fair.
I mean,
if
we've discussed this multiple times on the show
get
too.
Vote.
Like if you don't pay taxes, you don't vote. That's what we've been saying.
Yeah,
and
if you're not in that game, if you take any type of assistance, nope. Sorry.
See that too. I want to do that, but I'm fine. But those cases where they actually do need it, people who pay taxes and then actually do end up in a situation where they need it,
unemployment.
I'm cool with that. But then if I just don't think net negatives should be able to vote for more handouts. When people are getting freebies, they're always going to vote for more freebies.
Well, you can buy votes at that point. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what the Democratic Party did to the black community in the United States for years.
Like I said, all the Somali election engineering and all the stuff they do. They do a lot of bribing and whatnot. Simple way to ensure proper elections. Only those who pay taxes net positive. I've kind of, instead of doing black and white and brown and all that, and because there's lots of like nuance in that, I just have been started saying net positives and net negatives.
Oh,
that
there's
sums it up.
plenty of deadbeat dads that are white, like that don't deserve a vote.
Exactly. And they're net negatives essentially. But hey, even if they're pieces of shit, though, if they're paying taxes, then you should get to vote. You need to have some sort of stake.
If you're a deadbeat dad that's not paying your child support, I don't give a fuck if you're paying taxes because you aren't helping the family you helped create.
No.
The state
don't muddy the waters. Hey, if you pay taxes, then you can vote.
Yeah, because that keeps it nice and simple.
Exactly.
And there's also crazy ass women out there.
You know what I can say too to fix this? If you pay your phone bill on time, you get to vote. That's gonna totally fix it all.
Well, that doesn't quite work, Isaac, with the Obama phones that everybody has for free.
Okay, that doesn't count. No,
the whole land like that. Because in the past we did landowners only, and that then it would just be only Bill Gates voting. So
then they started selling women a square inch of land for $1. It's like,
and it's like,
listen, I've got 80 acres. I'm willing to sell you 1 inch of land out in the Ozarks for $70,000. Right.
And then when you pay your taxes, you get a letter with a voter ID or voter registration or something like that, or like I paid my taxes card or something like that. Yeah. I don't hate it. I honestly think that's one of the best ideas. And here's the thing. Instead of writing stuff off to where you pay no taxes, just pay some taxes. It literally incentivizes people who would, or like corporations like to do everything at losses. This come tax season, I'm going to do everything I can to pay as little taxes as possible. And for those who can hit zero, sounds good. Congratulations. Don't pay taxes. I support that.
Yep. 100%.
You shouldn't be able to vote, though.
It's your civic duty to try to avoid paying as many taxes as possible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, national pastime. Yes,
I also
100%.
like the idea of simplifying a way for us to select what my taxes will go to.
Voluntary taxes, you're actually getting to choose. They do something similar in Japan, and then you send it to certain smaller provinces that don't have enough people and they don't have enough tax money, and then they send you gift baskets and stuff like that.
And homeschooling families should not have to pay to fund public schools whatsoever.
I would send my taxes to Japan if they send me a square watermelon.
Yeah, property tax reform definitely up on that list.
I thought Aiden was going to say an anime woman.
They're going to send you some.
If they send me,
listen, Japan could send me a lot of things, and I would send them my tax money.
Okay.
10 waifus.
10 waifus.
Then get a watermelon.
Yeah.
All right. So, AB, I appreciate you so dang much. So no streaming tonight. What you got going on tomorrow, though?
Tomorrow's a busy day. We have Trigger Happy to start, and then we're leading into Leighton Gay with GCA. And then after that, I'm doing a gaming stream. Which what game are we playing tomorrow?
Cut That Wire. So
that's right, Cut That Wire.
People might remember Liar's Bar, where it's like a card game where you do Russian roulette. It's that same game, except you've got 16 T strapped to you, and there's one person trying to get everyone to blow themselves up, and a couple other people with other skills to be able to see stuff. So it's basically a game of bluffing as well, but instead of cards, it's bombs.
That sounds way more fun, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, that should be a hoot. Hayden, what you got going on?
Coincidentally enough, I'll be on all the same streams as ABF tomorrow.
Yes.
But yeah,
what a
that
surprise.
and then we'll see, maybe other stuff. Who knows?
Isaac, what you got going on?
All right, so this Monday on my channel, we have the Golden Age podcast at the new time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So we added an extra half hour. We backed it up.
I was wondering if you were going to do it.
Back it up, Terry.
So we announced it this last.
Mom back.
We announced it Monday. So this Monday you're going to see.
Oh, that was your big announcement.
That was my big announcement.
You
I got
listen.
piece of
shit.
It got eyes on the stream. We got 200 views on that stream. So leave it. Listen, channel's growing. Appreciate a sub. But new time. So now we have a 90-minute show. You'll see Cole Hauser and a notable member of the Cabal. I'm not going to say who. If you want to know, come check it out.
Oh, so you do have news, but that you can't tell.
Listen,
he's coming out of the closet next week, not this week.
Listen, I'm never allegedly.
Isaac,
I appreciate
you grifting son of a bitch.
It's beautiful.
I watch Jeremy a lot. What can I say?
Leave him in suspense. Yes,
they grow up so fast.
He's our grift master. Yes. Cole Hauser, I'm so glad you're getting active and getting on people's streams. You got the streaming bug in you yet?
I do. It's been a lot of fun, and thanks for Isaac, and thanks for you, and it's been great. I'm still a newbie at this, but it's coming along.
I love helping the newbies. Anytime you got like what kind of camera or lighting or whatever I need to buy, you make sure you hit me up. I'm always and chat as well. DMs are open. You guys need help getting up off your butts? Let me know. Get up off your butts. Show you can do it. Show you're serious. Hit me up. I'll get you on.
Erwin knows practice. All the right stuff to get is. Trust me.
Yeah. What's the transition called again? What did you call it? You said there's a
talking about.
We're not a big fan of transitioning.
Yeah, we don't do trans here.
Yeah.
Speaking of Transformers winning by like 1 vote against Spider-Man, heads up. Make sure you get those votes in. We're ending soon. So yeah, Cole Hauser, so proud of you. Getting up, getting active. Especially someone who has actually been active politically, now getting active in the media space. That's what we need. It's our politicians, our leaders aren't coming to save us. Us getting up off our butts and becoming the leaders is what's going to save our asses.
Exactly.
Magnum Norse. When's your political channel getting started, bud?
Yeah. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but yeah,
all right.
Should be on for weekend, I believe, Saturday, and then Isaac's stream.
Right. No more than 10 drinks if you're joining us, though. I'm just gonna ask you right now.
Yeah.
Those last 2 have been a little rough, man. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
You would text 16 candles for God's sakes.
2 weeks from yesterday, I'll be back on Isaac's show, probably with Cole, and 7:30 or half hour early, and
yes,
planning on dropping a Witcher season 4 video in the next couple weeks. So.
What the hell is that profile picture? Wait a minute. What's going on?
It's changed again.
Yeah, he did like the Halloween get up, and he very expertly photoshopped Hayden's face onto it. Expertly, Lily.
And he calls me Uncle AVF. I love it.
Oh, it's so adorable.
Everybody in the GCA is an aunt or an uncle. Erwin's an uncle. Like,
no, I have a question. Who's the mother? Who's his mother? That's what I need to know.
You should ask him. He's convinced I'm his father, but we've never heard anything about the mother.
The resemblance is uncanny, though.
Wait,
the resemblance is there.
I've been looking for another Hayden clip. I might need to look up some Mari clips, and I was gonna do the Hayden the Ace Ventura not being able to move the arms thing, but the you are the father. I think could also be pretty.
I'm gonna get a DNA test.
Like, you gotta have a you are and a you are not, so you gotta have both of them. That way you can hit us with one of them each time.
I just thought of Hayden's Christmas present. The father. All right, beautiful. As a pleasure having you all here. Sorry for going late. Shout out to Hypno for the Bigot Army raid. Appreciate him. And also, 47, I was a little combative. Appreciate you being here. Unlike the NeoCons, I am happy to have people who disagree with me here to talk it out. Appreciate you. You stuck around, and then you dropped a tenner. That's what we need. We need to be able to disagree with each other and still support each other. And I mean, we're dudes. So it's women are the ones who hold grudges. We get in a fight, we wake up the next day, and we just pretend like it never happened.
That used to be called politics.
Yep. Yes. I know, right? All right. Appreciate you all so much. Sorry for running late. We will, see you over on ABS streams tomorrow. Could not do this without you. Appreciate you so dang much, and we will see you later.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Great, you guys. I'm I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Oh!
Come on! Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye. If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
All I'm saying, if this clip doesn't get nominated for an Oscar, I was wrong.